Welcome back, everyone, to Martyria for another wonderful evening of misadventure. I am your Dungeon Master, Nick, and I am joined by four of my favorite people, not people, and they're going to tell you a little bit about who they are, starting with breaking pattern, Smash.
Oh. In the bakery's hush, stealthy dames conspire, whispered plans brew, great heats challenge they desire. Guess that doesn't say, hi, I'm Woe.
Nance for
Excellent. Ruby.
Hi, I'm Ruby. I play Inyo. And dagger or knife, stab or thrust, the blade in my hand is the only one I can trust.
Ooh, or the rusty one that you find
the
on an altar.
Western that I find on the altar that I want to stab people with. You know,
Sacrifice.
Same thing, right? Same thing, guys.
Yeah. Matilda.
Hello, I play Sitsu. Surrounded by murderers, bodies piled in heaps, Sitsu must share more of her secrets to get the party in the keep.
Ooh, nicely done. We're 3 for 3. Alex, bring us home.
Cyril, master caster, amateur writer. He's gonna share the party stories to make their lives brighter. Stories of their wins, losses, and betrayals. I'm sure this won't add to anyone's ails.
Ooh,
Very
that
nice.
sounds like we rehearsed, everybody.
Rhyme!
4 for 4. Fuck it. Everybody gets inspiration.
Woo!
Because,
Do I get
I am-
double inspiration?
no, you gotta start using your inspiration.
There we
God damn
go.
How's inspiration work again?
Where's
Any d20 roll, you can use it for yourself, or
Roll
if
again.
you're in someone else's space, you could give it to them. So if you wanted to give it to an ally, you can.
Can
Like a
you
death
give it to an
save?
enemy if you're gonna die?
You can't give it to an enemy, but you
Okay.
can use it for a reroll a saving throw.
Reroll of yours. Got it.
Yeah.
it just re-rolls a d20?
Yes, any d20 roll.
The brain cells tanked after that rhyme.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that brain cell I think took a walk.
You got
We got
be a
nothing
bad
left.
stream.
It's
higher.
It's probably swimming in my
Oh,
beer
we
right
can.
now. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's swimming in there.
All the
Well, we'll see how we do with the very last of our brain cells. So, last time, the party began their evening in a rather tricky position, in just outmatched against two giant statues animated by the Arcanex that Cyril placed on an altar, escaped pretty easily for Woe and Sitsu, but Enyo and Cyril in particular had a very close call. By the grace of the dice gods, they escaped, and with the others made it out of the ruins of Ankir as they collapsed around them. Outside at the Archaeology Guild, you found Lyle in shackles, taken away by the Knights of Juris, and you later learned that he was intercepted by the agents of Amanul, the more or less secret police of the Grey Keep. You also found two dead bodies tied up on the flagpole, M's carved over their eyes, and a message: remember what you took. You had conversations with the chief of the Knights, the deputy chief. You heard about the meeting between the chief and the Syndicate and Reapers at the Obsidian Street Monument that was interrupted by people from the Order of the Nightbirds. You checked in on Le Chauffin, got back the Arcanex, learned that there was another attack on the Mariners League with another message: remember what you returned. And the biggest news of all, Cyril has a date with a publisher.
Of all the things, that is the most shocking.
I mean, really, that is.
Indeed. And so we find ourselves around 7 in the evening, back at the bakery. Cyril, you've got a date at 8. You know it's in Clearview, she mentioned, at a place called Midaviz. And you don't really know where that is. So,
Shit.
Cyril?
Oh
Your
god,
first
no.
snap.
Well, I think we ended with me going out to find my date, so naturally, Cyril's going to put on a brave face and get as far away from the bakery as he feels confident, so about 300 feet, then start asking people, where's Clearview? Where's the Clearview? I need to find the Clearview. It's pretty important. I need to go.
Please, God.
Like
your own-
Clearview, like the biggest neighborhood in the city. Just go west.
All right. I'm going to navigate west.
And it's pretty easy to do so, but I never want to overestimate Cyril's ability, so go ahead and roll a survival check.
Does Cyril know which direction is west?
We'll find
That is
out.
what we were figuring.
Hi.
Cyril,
He does.
you
Nick-
make a wrong turn at first, but then you're like, oh, no, not east, west. And you continue towards buildings that continuously get taller and taller. This is a very densely packed area of the city. Buildings in 2, 3, 4, 5 stories or more. High rises, tenement buildings. It is not as slummy as some parts of the city, but it is certainly very dense. And you see people are, hawking goods at bodegas and tents and carts. There are people playing dice and dragon's chess at tables that are set up. There's a park here and there, but it is mostly just a very urban, tightly packed area. But as you scour this very vast neighborhood, you are no closer really to finding this location than when you first set out. What do you do, Cyril?
I'm asking for directions consistently, trying to navigate in, and I'm like, just looking for a TomTom.
You see a young boy with a little flat cap. He's just kind of like running around, and he's asking passers-by for change. And as you approach, he sees you and he says,
Oh, hello, mister. Do you have any coins to spare?
I do, if you can get me to... And Alex cannot remember the name of the restaurant, but Cyril definitely would.
Oh, I know where that is, and I'll tell you if you give me some gold.
Okay? 2 gold in it for you when you get me there, and I pull out 2 gold coins.
Ooh. If you don't want to part with your gold, I also accept alternative payments.
I walk away. I'm in too big of a hurry, not dealing with this.
and the boy says, "No, wait, okay, I'll take the gold. I'll take the gold."
I come back, okay, but not child porn because I'm not into that.
No, I meant like if you had anything you wanted to trade.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I fish around. Do you like Chrono?
Oh God. God Almighty.
Yeah, and he takes it.
The goo.
Well, I'm not going to give it to him until he gets me there.
Oh,
Until he
okay.
gets me there.
Says,
It's
okay.
very much. I don't trust anyone right now. It's too important. Take me there. I'll give you the Chrono.
And he starts running on his short little legs, and Cyril chasing after.
Does he know where it is?
He is acting like he does.
No, I'm following him.
Okay, and after about 10 minutes of weaving through these densely packed buildings, you are outside at the bottom floor of a high-rise is a sign up front that says, My Devise.
Okay, I'm giving him 2 gold and some Chrono to a child because it's probably fine. It's good.
Okay, Alex, you have, I believe, 6.
my
So
God,
go
I
ahead
forgot.
and roll a d6.
Give him the goo.
I created a goo table.
The goo.
Please don't scream, give him to the goo to Cyril negotiating with
Okay.
a child.
Child. Ew.
You're the one that chose to give the child drugs, okay?
I mean,
you
seriously.
have earned all of this.
I mean,
So, Cyril, you are not sure. You just gave him some chrono, as far as you know, because you've probably forgot about the goo being exactly like the chrono.
oh yeah, I
and
know that I have the goo and I know that I have the Chrono, but I'm not thinking that I may have mixed them up because they look exactly alike, because that would be stupid. Cyril's not
you
stupid.
enter the restaurant.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
All right. You see that it is rather dimly lit. It's very warm inside. They've got like open fires that are burning. It looks like they're cooking, almost like Mongolian barbecue style, just in the center of the room. People are going forward and passing off their trays. Like everything is very aromatic. It's like richly spiced, and you scan the room. Make a perception check.
Could go wrong.
Oh, is Cyril gonna get stood up?
You do not see Ursula, but you do spy there's a clock on the wall, and it is still 7:45. So you're here a little early. You got directions wisely.
Is there like a maitre d' or something like that?
There is.
I just go up to him and like, yeah. So I'm expecting a date with this cool girl. She's a bit of a reporter, you know the type. Table for two for Cyril and Ursula, please.
Normally, people don't offer details about one's occupation, but good for you.
Thank you.
Table for two, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Now, have you dined with us before?
No.
Do you want me to wait until your partner is here?
Okay.
Okay. Well, right this way, sir. And he guides you to a very narrow table. It's super cramped in here, very warm, almost uncomfortably so. And he hands you a menu. He says,
Cyril holds it and realizes he's sweating.
just go ahead and give that a look. I'll keep an eye on you. And
Okay.
Cyril, is there anything you're doing while you're waiting?
Nervously, trying not to be creepy, scanning the room left and right, like, that, like, I know it's not like a romantic date, but you know how it goes when you haven't been on a date in a long time and you're like pretty sure this is gonna go well, but also sure you're gonna fuck it up, so like super nervous.
Roll another perception check as you're nervously scanning the room.
Nice.
Okay. You notice, and it kind of just blend in at first, but you notice at least 3 Reapers are just scattered amongst the crowd, given away by their telltale olive green.
Cyril kind of still wearing his hat, dims it down a little bit and slinks down in his chair a little bit and is trying to like look around the brim a little bit and not be too obvious.
And before long, it's 8 o'clock. And then it's 8:10. And 8:20. And then the maitre d' keeps coming back, refilling your water, which you are just tearing through because of the heat. Says, are you sure you don't want to just go ahead and get started?
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. I'll have an appetizer and a whiskey. Do you have any tall food? Never mind. Appetizer and whiskey.
Anything in particular? Appetizers aren't really our thing. It's kind of a build your own and then take it to be fired up.
Sure, yeah. Whatever they can bring me, I'll take one of those. And a whiskey.
Okay.
Can they bring me a whiskey?
I can bring you a whiskey.
I'll take one of those. That'd be great. Thank you.
And he disappears. And before he comes back, the front door's open, and you see, barely taller than Sitsu, blonde hair, big glasses, magnified eyes, is Ursula. And she is just in a fluster, and she's scanning around, clearly looking for someone and not seeing them.
Yeah, I'm like,
She huffs over to you, sits down across from you, says, sorry about that. Busy day. You weren't waiting long, were you?
No. I wasn't even waiting a whole whiskey.
Ah, well, excellent. That does sound good. I think I'll get one. And how are you proceeding with this? Are you going to just like have dinner first and then talk business later? Or are you jumping straight into it?
Oh, Cyril's jumping straight into it. He has no idea what the etiquette is, but when the whiskey comes, he's going to be like, I ordered you one.
Okay, the maitre d' comes back, slides a tall. He heard tall and whiskey, and then a couple times. So it's a very full glass of whiskey. He says, "Here you are, sir." Oh, I see. Excellent. You.
Ear to ear grin, like I told you. You didn't believe me.
He mutters something under his breath that you don't catch. But says, are you going to need a little bit more time, or are you ready to go prepare your dishes?
Yeah, we can do dishes. Yeah, let's go food. Are you ready to food? I'm ready to food.
Oh, I'm absolutely starving, and I don't like to talk business on an empty stomach.
Of course not. That would be rude. I would never do that. Yeah, let's go food.
She slams half of the whiskey first, and then hustles over and starts piling onto a series of bowls, all variety of meats and vegetables and rice to ultimately become this cooked dish. Cyril, what sort of things would you gravitate toward? What does Cyril eat?
He's gonna literally do exactly what she's doing and trying to mirror it with that little bit of shy energy where she's like 5 pieces of meat, he's like 4 pieces of meat, and like not really sure what the etiquette is, so he's just following her lead.
And you notice she gets when she gets to the place where they're gonna cook the food in front of her. The chef asks, "What level are we thinking of? Spicy?" And she says, "Oh, well, let's crank it up all the way to the 11, right?" And she looks at you.
Yeah, let's crank it up all the way to 12.
Oh, I like your style. And the chef kind of looks at between the two of you and says, well, all right, and begins cooking your food. You get it back into a nice single bowl, and you are able to head back to your spot. And she kind of just picks at the food, but you can tell that she's very clearly eager to start talking to you.
Cyril does have pristine table manners, as he was raised in a slightly sheltered environment with relatively proper people, though they were poor. So he has studied, but the foreign style holds the fork in the left hand, not realizing that is awkward.
And she doesn't seem to notice. She says, "So, you said that you had some writing that you would like to share with me?"
Mm-hmm. I brought some samples. Would you like some samples?
Oh, absolutely. And I would love to hear you read them.
I was afraid of that. Okay.
I want to hear it in your voice. I'm going to share those with you now. Did anything pop up for you, Alex?
We get the Cyril comics.
No.
Nothing popped up
for me. Well, it says
No.
Cyril's writing. It's empty.
I mean, it says Cyril's
Ooh.
writing it, but
Hold
there's
on.
nothing populated.
Guys, Cyril's been writing these comics this whole time.
Oh, great. I can't read cursive.
It's not. It's literally not.
Is it still empty?
No worries.
No, they're there.
No, it's
and
coming
the
up.
S scripts. They're coming up.
Okay. So, yeah, Cyril's been busy. She says, okay, well, start off with something juicy. Paint me a picture.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard about it, but there was a high-profile murder at Misty's Tavern, and so we were kind of there, and so anyway, so this is right after there was a fight inside of Misty's Tavern, a bar down in Martyria. What can I say? Black good looks good on cool people, and we're cold. Dante says. Dante's a character in the writing, obviously. Both men put their hands on their swords, hilts, and there was an audible clink, yet neither one seems to move. Impressive, they both say. Dante smiles. We're evenly matched, or we would be if I didn't have my friends. Seconds later, Alistair is dead on the streets. 3 assassins smiling. Yeah, so I'm not saying like we did it, but you know, we were there for the murder of Alistair, a high-profile murder down at Misty's Tavern.
I have a question I want to establish from the get-go. You said Dante is a character. I thought you said that this was like it was non-fiction. It reads like fiction.
It's glorified nonfiction, based on true events, is I think the term, and that's because I mean, obviously, we can't go around taking credit for high-profile murders. That could be
Wait a second.
dangerous.
Are you Dante?
A version of yes.
And I don't believe I ever actually caught your name. I know you mentioned Zero was perhaps a...
It's my pen name. It's my pen name. Yes, I don't like to give out my real name because, you know, family, friends could be at risk, that kind of thing. We've already had
Right,
one or two
that's-
of our, you know.
Certainly. So now, you're saying you were there the night Alice Hussein was murdered?
We all were.
Who's we?
I have a small crew, been working around the city trying to clean things up.
Okay. Interesting. And she's just writing things down as you talk. You don't mind if I record this, do you?
Absolutely not. What could go wrong?
What about... do you have anything else?
Of course. Let me think. And he starts fumbling around in his
Hey.
notes.
Hey, it's okay. I'm... No need to be nervous.
I'm always nervous when people read my writings. So I've naturally changed the names, but they're based on the Reapers. But don't look. There's a few of them in the room. You can tell by their telltale green. Entering the Harvesters, a rival gang to the Syndicats, of course. Hideout. Hands patted together slowly, rhythmically in a mocking manner. They're somehow muffled, like the owner's wearing mittens. So she made hit far enough. The slow clappers, slobbers.
Hey. Take a breath. Take a breath.
So, okay. She made it far enough. The slow clapper slobbers. Pack, assemble. 3 more tall, powerful guards climb on the top of boxes and surround the party. Gar! Those be mittens not! Paws they be! Exclaimed Sifu, one of the members of the gang, of course. Check the moon! Always check the moon, Tante explains, almost ashamed of himself. Suddenly, 4 werewolves pounce, attacking the party. So werewolves are kind of immune to normal weapons, so we had to use...
Whoa, hold on. Are you saying that the harvesters are werewolves?
Well, it's not... They weren't actually werewolves, but they are consorting with dark powers. I had to change it just a little bit to make it sound more realistic. The truth is way stranger.
Are you aware of what happened last night on Obsidian Street? Now, you mentioned something, and then I did a little bit of digging. That's why I'm a little bit late, but apparently some stuff went down.
We are aware of some of the things going down, which is why we have to keep this a little brief. See, all writing is based on good experiences, and, I'm searching for some inspiration tonight, and I wink.
She reaches out and touches your hand. She says, I don't know if it's the whiskey or just the thrill of something new here, but I don't think I'm wrong in saying that this thing has legs. Now, the writing needs some refinement. The grammar is all over the place, and the spelling, clearly you need an editor, but that's what I'm here for. So, I would love to take a couple of these samples to my boss, Eloise Trask. She is a visionary. If she doesn't go for it, then I'll figure something else out. But whether we decide to market this as true crime or maybe a serialized fiction, either way, I think we've got potential here. Now, I have one important question for you.
Could we actually call this writing serialized fiction?
Yes, of course. And if you're worried
love
about
that title. Yes, let's do that. I think that would be grand.
Now, can you? How much could you guarantee? Like, how many words could you guarantee me a week?
500.
500. Bless you. That sounds perfect. Now, I have an important question. Can you illustrate?
Yeah, I'm really good. I just haven't been drawing much lately.
Do you have any samples?
I don't. But I will generate some samples. How many do you need?
I think if we had one or two to accompany each of your weekly entries into the, what did we decide? The Zero Zone? What this needs a title, this
The
serialized
Zero Zone, I
fiction.
like that. Yeah, Zero Zone, serialized fiction. I love it.
Excellent. It's gonna be the first of its kind. It's gonna be big. You're going places, kid, and I'm betting my name on it.
That's a safe bet.
And she reaches into her pack. She hands you a small pouch, and she says, "This is a deposit for what you've given me so far, and there'll be more when you provide me with more."
I don't even count it, but I put it in my pocket.
Okay. For your sake, that was 20 gold.
This is more money than Cyril has had in like ages.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't he building up a cushion now because of this 20 gold? I feel like he definitely has more than he knows what to do with.
Oh, he's gonna go buy so many drugs.
I feel like he's gonna buy another dagger.
And you continue talking, you're hashing out business details, the plans for where to meet up, and and all this good stuff. And you continue eating all the while. Cyril, how do you handle hot food? Because this is hot as shit.
Horribly.
Okay, then go ahead and roll a
help.
Constitution saving throw.
The whiskey helps. Alcohol.
Oh, sure. It'll help with the mouth burn, but not the gut burn.
Actually, pretty good.
Cyril, you don't know if it's just the adrenaline that you're feeling from someone finally recognizing,
the drugs,
but this is like the best meal you've ever had, and you are just feeling so frickin' good right now. And we'll come back to this dinner, but let's jump back to Fire and Flower, where the other three have been doing who knows what. What is it that each of you are doing, knowing that you have some time to kill, waiting for Cyril to go on his... Did Cyril tell you where he was going?
He said he had an appointment, I think.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think. Oh no, he did say the word date. I'm
He
pretty sure.
did say the word date.
I don't think we believed him though.
No.
we didn't really believe
I
him.
think we all just assumed he was going to buy more drugs.
Yes,
We did assume that. I
Of
Or
course.
go
definitely
do
agree.
drugs on his own.
that felt a lot more probable than him going on a date.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
I would say we're sitting around talking and snacking.
Comparing
Okay.
notes on the murders, probably.
Reading my manuscript pages that have been organized. I will take some time to do that if possible.
Lyle's notes that we have.
Yep, those two.
Can we look through those a bit?
Lyle's notes?
Was it not his notes? The
What's it,
book.
No.
book?
I have the book. It's just a book.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like a
It's just
non-
a
it's like
novel.
fiction.
Sorry, not okay. Did he not? Okay, never mind. I thought we got his notes in the.
We have a journal
That's
from
yes.
in the tomb,
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's what we were.
Yes.
gonna
but
read
we
over.
can't read it. It's the
It is
The edits.
encrypted in some way. That is, kind of befuddling. Enyo, if you're spending some time looking through this like stack of missives,
Yeah.
you definitely have the time to find some things of interest. So the first is a piece of art, and there is a caption to it. Let me know when that pops up.
Super cool.
Okay, hold on.
Sounds like it popped up.
It did pop up. I'm just gonna get
That's
it.
badass, dude.
That's really. Pretty.
You see this. There's a footnote on this illustration that takes up the majority of the page. It's kind of a rough sketch. It's detailed, but it's not an original. The footnote explains that it is a reproduction of a well-known painting called God's Fall by someone called Yvel Illustre that is housed in the Terthian royal palace, which doesn't mean anything to you. The painting itself is and the reproduction is dark with some splashes of color. The footnote also explains what is happening in this in this work. On the grounds lies the wounded gold weaver, and a river of golden blood is flowing and flooding the foregrounds. Above him, the Sin Mender is tending to him, and above that, the Emberheart gives chase to the Shadow Walker, which, of course, you take note of instantly. The Shadow Walker herself, her face is featureless except for some glowing white slits for eyes. She has 2 horns that are not unlike a tiefling's that sprout from her head. She has a spiked tail that curls from behind her, and in one hand she holds telks that she has severed, and in the other she grips a dagger of smoke and shadow, and war wages in the backgrounds.
He's the one to the far right. Is that
Yes.
what I'm looking at? I just wanna make sure.
The top rights.
Okay, so are we looking at the top with the wings? and
Flying
everything?
one.
Yes.
The flying one?
So
Yes.
who is far right in this painting?
Yeah. Who is far right?
Far right. There's no mention in
Okay.
the footnote.
So
Just
she's
part
up
of
at the top with the red in the background behind her and everything.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And as you continue to read, roll an investigation check to see can you kind of sift through, because there's a lot of stuff that just seems kind of unrelated, or if it is related, it's not clear.
Okay.
So see if you find anything else.
Okay, it's not this time.
You are reading through, and it's a lot of documentation to work through. Some of the handwriting is nearly illegible, and so you're sifting through a lot. But there is one thing that catches your eye, and that is a couple of pages, and they are scattered and all over the place. But you piece together that they're someone's musings on magic. And in general, they are decrying the snobbish academia of arcane studies and all the countless hours that people waste on books and theory. They also mock the indignation of supplicating and surrendering one's innate power to some supposed alleged higher being. But it also speaks of a third type of magic, what it calls the oldest kind. It says it's the magic of the cosmos, the magic of which the divine and arcane are just poor imitations. It continues on a page randomly stuffed in, 20 pages later. It describes this primal cosmic magic as a coin with 2 faces, called the Gleam and the Gloam. And it's the latter of those 2 that catches your eye. And on another page, you find a piece of writing that it's not an incantation, and it's definitely not a prayer, but maybe somewhere in between, maybe a mantra. And as you read it and the words sink in, you feel that there's something to it. There can be no day without night, no life without death. It is the shadow that stalks and the shadow that soothes. I am the darkness, I am the light. And on this page, it's written over and over, which is what is giving you that feeling that it's like a mantra. And as you read it, Enyo, you feel odd. Roll. Gosh, I don't even know what to roll for this. I guess roll wisdom. Just a straight up wisdom check.
Straight up wisdom. Can I use my inspiration for that one?
Roll first.
If you can always do that after the fact if you'd like.
Let me just do a straight up. Do you want me to just do ability check?
Yes, please. And so you keep, I don't know, in your head, out loud, whatever the case may be, you're just repeating these words, and I'm the darkness, I'm the light, I'm the darkness, I'm the light. And you feel your limbs feel light, and they feel tingling. And it grows and grows until it feels like you need to scream almost, not in pain, but just in release. What do you do, Enya?
I literally feel like I need to scream right now.
Mm-hmm.
Crap, we're in the middle of the bakery, aren't we?
It's just us.
Just between girls.
I'm probably just gonna let it out. Just literally back on the back table, just hanging out, and suddenly she just starts screaming.
Woe and Seats are like sitting at another table, and Enyo's like in the corner reading.
Yeah, just like I've got a manuscript, and then it's like,
Oh, that's a spicy book you got there.
And Sitsu Wo, as you look on at Enyo, you see her eyes are just solid black.
Oh,
What?
And she has this just not fully, it's not visible, but this definite aura about her. And as she screams, you see it flare, or you feel it flare rather, and then it's gone. And Enyo, you feel momentarily dizzy and exhilarated.
I'm gonna be dropping the manuscript and just gripping the table because, like, I feel like I'm kind of floating for a second, but exhilarated. And are my eyes still black, or has all of that gone back
It is
to normal?
subsided. They're back to their normal hue.
And I'm just gonna be taking some deep breaths because I'm still human, and that was really intense.
you good?
Oh my fucking god, you okay?
Yeah, I'm
That-
fine.
That was a lot.
What was that?
I don't really know. It was just just looked like something that was, you know, almost like a prayer, and
You went a little spooky there for a second.
what do you mean? I mean, I definitely just had to let it out. I'm not gonna lie, whatever sang that.
Your eyes were all like fucked up and shit.
Assuming that means they changed, not that they started bleeding or anything, because I don't feel like it's
Yeah,
a
they
big
look
trauma
like you're
thing.
on a ton of drugs.
Oh, no, that's fair. Yeah, no, it's just something that was written here. I don't really want to read it out loud again. Do you want to come over here and read? You can read it real quick. I don't really, because I was muttering
Yeah.
it to myself, and I think it's
I'll
it's
come
the
look
reason.
over your shoulder.
Yeah,
It's kind of like cautiously approaches with it.
Will's like, oh, whatever. Yeah, I'll come read it.
Yeah.
Look what it did to you.
and so I'm
Who
holding
are-
up the one page that has it written multiple times, like you mentioned, Nick. And I'm just kind of holding it up, like this one right here, that keeps repeating.
Sitsu and Woe, as you look at this piece of paper, it's blank.
Enyo,
I'm gonna look at Sitsu and be like, what's drugs?
you hear a silent response in your head saying, "I'm pretty sure it was drugs." Because
So, I
I
mean,
tell you, I
You
don't see.
see, I mean, it literally talks. I really don't. Darkness and light. You know, it's
What talks about?
Enyo, who
The
were
writing.
you writing to?
well. I don't know. This is just a part of the. You know, I got this big pile. There's a lot in here. Okay, this is the one thing that just appeared over and over again,
Gonna
and it was really
reach out and
interesting.
touch
Yeah.
her forehead and see if she has the chrono sweats.
like. It was just gonna sit there for a second. Like, why is she touching me?
Right? If I flip like the page and look at the rest of it, is all of it blank or
It is all blank, except for the front piece of paper that says "Missives of the Shadow Walker."
Oh no! Ooh, do I recognize that name?
Oh, certainly.
Okay. Huh.
Wait, hold on. You guys can see this, right? I mean, it's a pretty interesting prayer, but it's written so many times here. It's like the
Yeah.
person wanted someone to say it that many times. Maybe I'm not really sure. So, I mean, what do you think?
And Enyo,
You
as you
write it
talk
down.
about it, Enyo, you have this strange feeling. It's the best way you can describe it is yearning. Like that feeling that you had. It was intense and it was just consuming, but now that it's gone, everything just feels like a little dimmer.
And yo,
Yeah. What? C2?
where did you get this again?
I
Exactly.
got it from the book
Yeah.
cart over by.
Remember, Woe got the
The
really
Reaper's
raunchy
place.
book, and I got the missives that she had there, and we traded that for some Frost, wasn't it, Woe? It was the Frost. that
Yeah,
we had.
I got some quality literature,
Yeah, she got some nice stuff.
and she got ripped off.
But I think this is amazing literature. What are you talking about?
And it's blank.
Do you still have?
No, it's not blank. There's so much information. Look at this picture, and Inyo holds up the picture that she was just looking at. Look at it. It's gorgeous. And it's about the fall. I mean, it's an amazing piece of art that's just a copy of The Gods Fell.
I just look at Enyo deadpan. There's nothing on the paper. Are you okay?
You can't. And she just kind of
There's
looks
nothing
between the
on
two
the
of them.
paper.
You can't
Are
see
you
anything
okay?
here.
No, we can't.
And she's gonna kind of put it down and just kind of pull her hands back and be like, "You really can't see anything on any of this right now."
Have you
Whatever
eaten
is-
anything
And
Daryl has made lately?
and
I
Inyo's
made
gonna
that
slap
mistake
Bo's
once.
hand, and she's gonna slap Bo's hand and say, "Yes, I fed myself from my rations. I haven't eaten anything Sarah has. I threw up
And-
the last
and
drugs
no.
I had. I did throw those up. Yes. What?
Whatever is in there is not. It's for you to see, and that's fine. But
Okay.
we can't see it.
Okay. Well, I've only been able to. There's a lot. It's a lot, but
Can I? Do you still have that dagger that you found in the Anchor ruins by chance?
Yeah, hold on. And she pulls out her pack and she digs on it because it kind of fell to the bottom. And then she pulls it out and lays it on the table in front of her. Yeah, there it is.
Is there? Can I look at it? Is there any specific symbolism on this dagger that would tie to Gilgoth?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Is there any specific symbolism on this dagger that would tie to Gilgoth?
On the
On
rusty
the
dagger.
one- yeah.
No, the only symbols that were on there, nothing that was specific to Gilgoth, but it did. It was Affinity
Yeah,
did
look at
translate it to say sacrifice.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap
'Cause it-
C2 on the
oh.
shoulder and just go. And like point at Gobblefunk as he's heading towards the stairs. And slowly creep after him.
And Inyo isn't even noticing because her hands are kind of down as she's like kind of just looking at this, not understanding like why it's for her and why only she can see it.
In your head, whoa, you hear Sitsu ask, "Do you want me to follow, or is something wrong?"
Ooh. Can you follow him for me?
Mm-hmm. Sitsu will just sort of creep off towards the stairs where Gobblefunk went.
Okay. You don't see him, but if you continue up the stairs into the forbidden
Quiet.
space, make a perception check.
Oh no. Ooh, I have. I'm good at those right now. That's
Very good at this.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Beautiful.
You see there are a variety of closed doors, and as you open one at a time, looking for Gobblefunk, you don't see him. Back downstairs, whoa, you feel a ruffle at the back of your neck, and you hear a voice in your head, a voice you haven't heard in a little while. It says, "You are stagnant."
Going to choose to ignore it.
Oh no.
You are withered, wilted. Why?
I am not gonna answer.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Make a
be-
charisma saving throw.
Ooh. Oh no. Ooh.
Where am I even at?
What's happening? no
Where
one
am
knows.
I? What am I doing?
Oh, let's be honest, guys. We're not making it to the keep tonight.
No, we are.
We are totally making it to the keep tonight. What are you talking about?
You feel this just pressure is the best way to describe it, like pushing in on you from every dimension, but you hold your ground, and it dissipates. You must feed. You must strengthen. I told you. I do not invest in weakness, in failure, in contumacy. Do it. Her. Now.
I am not a failure, and no one tells me what to do.
Your sentimentality is a sickness. The mortals with which you concern yourself are but ants. Whoa.
They
other
are
understands.
my friends. And they care about me.
They will leave you as all of the others have, and you will be alone with no one but me.
Do I notice any of this, by the way? Like, as I look back up to her?
And yeah, is Wall just talking?
Now
to
Woe's
me?
doing the thing.
You okay
We're
over
all
there?
on fucking drugs.
What were you
all
talking
on
out loud?
Yeah, we're all on separate trips right now.
And Inyo's gonna stand up and just put her hands on her hips and be like, "So you two now? Alright, that's fair. That's I figure we're just gonna fall in dominoes now, one after the other."
And Sitsu's run around upstairs after Ghost.
Situ,
Situ,
Send me up here. I don't know.
Because I thought someone was upstairs.
Situ upstairs.
Do I find any
As,
fun?
as you're looking for Gobblefunk, suddenly you hear just a low, little rumble, and you see slinking towards you is a spectral cat, and it stops right at your feet, and you hear Halil's voice come out of it. And she says, Situ, Rashith has been filled in, and she is ready to meet with you whenever you are ready.
We'll be there soon. I think.
Alan has successfully infiltrated, but we have not heard anything since.
How long ago?
It has only been 12 hours or so. But that is not cause for concern. However, there is more news. The Shrieking Sisters have capitalized on the confusion over the last 24 hours and have been proselytizing hard. They were set up in Old Town, Clearview, Southside, outside the Mariners League, the Guild, the Square. That old friend of yours seems to be moving through the ranks.
If anyone is going to recognize Alan, it will be him.
Her. She has been baptized anew, reborn.
Oh, good. Fremont has a new name. What is her name now?
Freya.
She will be biggest danger to Owlin, you know.
Yes.
She always aided her. After a time.
She was outside a brothel in Southside, decrying the wickedness that has festered behind the walls. She has taken to the shrieking like second nature. And I can't help but wonder if our isolation is not what drove her to it.
It surely didn't help.
Perhaps this is something we need to revisit.
We've already seen how useful friends can be.
Yes. We've also been in contact with FAT. They've agreed to assist. They know who to look out for. And we'll see what they can do.
I mean, I'm sure that FAT is not thrilled about the Shrieking Sisters drawing attention to their business either.
I can't imagine anyone is a fan of theirs.
I will meet with her sheep tonight. We
Good.
need to get to the keep. There's someone there who could... Not just our list, there's someone there who could know about these murders too.
Then do not delay.
Thank you, Mère.
May you walk in her light. And so the cat just dissipates. Back downstairs. Whoa. As you are you talking out loud?
Yeah.
Inyo stood up by now. She's kind of looking at Will, wondering what's going on now.
And you're certainly like you would notice this, but you're also like processing your own shit at this moment.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of like disorientation, I think, across the board.
And whoa, you hear that voice again and says, "My patience for your obstinance grows thin. I have spared the rod and spoiled the child. Just know that this is for you, Woe." And out of the corner of your eye, Woe, you see the ground beneath you begins to move. And as you look down, you see that your shadow itself grows and ripples and undulates, peeling itself off the floor, rising and distorting into this grotesque, gangling caricature of yourself in front of you. Well, roll initiative.
Oh. What?
Back at the restaurants, Cyril,
What a cut.
Uh-huh. That's nice.
you...
Woe just killing it out there, too.
That's a solid chunk of initiative. Cyril, you are continuing with this dinner. You've finished your meal. You've had a few drinks, and Ursula is positively like giddy and giggling. She's like making every excuse, it seems, to like touch your hands or like a little touch to your shoulder or your arm. Roll an insight check.
Oops. Nope, that's investigation. Ignore that. There we go.
She's weird. Certainly weird.
Inspiration!
Do you really want to?
Yes!
Okay.
Well, there you go. It's nice.
You use your inspiration. And Cyril,
For flirting.
she is, if you're not mistaken, she's into you.
Nervously, I stand up. We should probably go outside. I have something else I need to tell you. I Well, you'll see. Should I pick up the bill? I wave over at the maitre d' guy.
She says, "Oh, I can pay for it. It's fine. I invited you, of course."
I'll take you up on that.
And she goes and settles the bill, and we're able to head out.
Okay. We go into the back alley just for a second, and
Ooh, okay.
Cyril looks away from her for a long while, and then when he turns back, he's got much darker features, a couple of scars on his face, jaws a little bit more muscular, shoulders a little bit more broad and muscular. His clothes has turned very black, almost anime style, and his telltale shitty-ass hat has kind of changed. And he goes, "Listen, Ursula, I'm going out tonight because a bad man has to do a wicked thing to some ugly creatures for some good reason, so a beautiful girl can sleep in a warm bed. Enjoy your warm bed tonight, little lady. Don't reckon I'll be seeing one. I'll see you soon, but if I don't, it's because somebody wrote the ending to my story without my permission." And I turn and I walk away.
The most charismatic thing Cyril has ever done.
Do you look back?
Nope.
Okay. You continue for a little while. How long are you maintaining this persona?
It was a few little while, and then as soon as I'm around the corner, and I'm sure I'm out of eyesight, I run back to the bakery.
As you drop this, you hear from maybe like 20 feet away, "Well, that was a pretty neat trick you did there." And as you turn toward the voice, you see Malloy, far from his shop in the square, and he kind of slips his arm into yours and just kind of firmly grips your forearm. Make an insight check here.
Cyril, the last time you followed this guy, you got jumped
Kidnapped.
and lost the pinky.
You
And
lost
lost
your
some
pinky.
fingers.
You notice that there are bags under his eyes, his hair is mussed, and he looks a bit nervous. He says, "Cyril, you doing okay, kid? You have a nice dinner?"
I did. Been doing pretty well lately, Malloy. You got my change? I remember you owe me 9 gold.
Well, as a matter of fact, I do have something for you. It's a gift. But I do have a question for you first.
Oh, Lord.
I am real nervous here, because last time that didn't go so well.
And he says, "Where's your mask?"
My mask?
Never mind. Well, Ludo Fortuna, Zlin Morrow, and Brian E. Sane send their regards, Night Owl. And you see him pulls you toward him, and with his other hand, he thrusts a dagger toward your midsection. Roll initiative.
Who sends their regards?
They called him Night Owl.
Yeah,
Right?
they did just
Cyril
call him-
Night Owl.
Yeah, they did just call him Night
Cyril is Batman.
Owl.
Ludo
Confirmed.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
He's Venom, guys. Come on.
Oh, yeah, I thought he was Venom. That's
Oh
fair.
my god.
Oh, it's all
Back
indigenous
at
people.
Oh,
back at the bakery, Sitsu and Enyo make perception checks.
Okay. Sitsu's about to come downstairs. Guys, good news. Are they ready to meet us? We gotta go.
Enyo, you notice that Woe is just kind of standing kind of still, but you hear something outside, and Sitsu, you hear it clear as day. You hear, "Unhand me, villain! Help! Bedevil you, the lot of you! Help! Help!" And Sitsu, you recognize this voice. This is Brioche Rosemont, the purveyor of
Shopkeeper.
trinkets.
Yeah. Am I near a window? Can I see?
Yeah. And as you look out, you see there are There is Brioche being roughly handled by a group of Reapers.
Great.
Can I? Is there a way to like open this window and start?
Oh, yeah.
shooting at them?
Yeah, roll initiative.
Yeah.
Enyo, roll initiative as well.
Oh, okay. I was like, do I get to roll or do I get to like still be in like the dark over here? I don't mind either way.
Oh, that halfling luck is putting in work this session.
Oh, it's putting in work every session.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Well, 2-1 so far.
be over here in the corner. It's fine.
Okay, whoa. So we've got 3 combats happening at once. Whoa,
Okay,
You're
I'm
at
just
the
hiding my
outmark also.
shadow.
Yeah.
you are up first. Whoa. You got you're acting. What do you do? Whoa.
What do I like? It's obviously like coming for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. I'm a chill touch this baby
Okay.
if I can get my hands on it.
Yeah, it's close enough to you that I mean
Oh,
it really is. Oh,
was-
sorry. Chill touch. Never mind. Is a range spell. It's like right next to you.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is.
Chilly necrotic touch
Oh.
is a 60-foot, I think, range.
It's 120. It is huge range.
Yeah, but you can do it to something closer than you. There's not usually a bad.
Well, but it's disadvantage if they're right next to you.
Sure do
I
be,
think
but
she'll
doesn't
be
matter when
okay.
you roll freaking 19 and 20.
I mean, just keep
That's
rolling.
3 20s in a row.
Yeah, just
And
keep rolling.
And you fire off your spell, and you see that the shadow just like absorbs it.
Oh
Anything else, Wo?
no, that's it.
Oh, good.
The shadow begins to shift. You see these inky tendrils of shadow come towards you and wrap around your head and face. Make a charisma saving throw.
Come on, let's
Oh my
keep
God.
it up.
You see the shadow morphs.
That's 99 out of 100 in 5 rolls.
Wow. Wow.
I think her
You,
dice
you
are
see
loaded.
the.
Yeah,
I
probably.
think
Yeah,
I meant to
um,
win this.
Sorry, did you hack it? No, but you see the shadow morphs before you, and it takes on the appearance of your mother, and you hear your mother's voice in your head saying, "Whoa, I regret the day you were born. I never even wanted children. I should have fought your father harder, but I was right in the end. We would have been better off without you. Nothing you do will ever justify your existence." And as you hear this, like just bombarding you, you hear the edge of anger and malice that you know is not your mother's voice, and you know that's not her. She doesn't think that. It's not true. But that was the shadow's turn. C2, you are upstairs. You open this window. What are you doing?
Okay.
Yeah, shit's getting dark for Woe.
Okay. Am I within crossbow range of one of the Reapers?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is literally how far away they are from you.
Okay. The one that is grabbing Brioche, this guy, I guess. Sitsu is going to shoot at him. Nope, not going to hit him.
You take a shot and miss.
The shot just like skates off the ground, and Sitsu sort of leans out the window, like stepping on the windowsill so she's visible out the shadows, and she says, "I don't know if I would do that if I were you guys." Stares down at them from on the second floor.
This doesn't concern you! And Enyo, you clearly hear this. There's someone shouting outside.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Sitsu?
The guy that just shouted back at me hears silent speech in his head. Everything concerns me.
And looks around.
paranoid.
Anxious.
And Itsu stays there, crossbow ready, again, just standing in the window staring at them.
All right. Up next is this group. You see the woman who has Brioche by the arm releases her, and seeing you in the window, points her hand towards you, and you see this bolt of white light come screaming towards you as she casts a spell. There's disadvantage for some reason, but it still is going to hit. Oh, I targeted the wrong person. No, I targeted the right person. Never mind. Yeah. Okay, so you take only half of that, since you used your... Oh, I had the wrong person selected. Used your uncanny dodge. So just a little bit of radiant damage. The Reaper goons, you see them like fiddling with their gear. Clearly, they weren't ready for this fight and are loading up crossbows. It is Cyril's turn across the way. Cyril, what do you do?
I am going to turn tail and run as fast as I can from Malloy.
Okay, he is going to get an opportunity attack against you.
Understandable.
He just takes a plunge with that dagger, and whew, you narrowly slip out of the way.
For my bonus action, I'm about to cast a illusionary spell to help cover my retreat, but then I stop. I turn back.
Okay.
And I face Malloy.
As you face back to him, you see out of the woodwork comes 4 syndicate thugs flanking Malloy. Anything else for you, sir?
I haven't used my action, have I?
No.
Dash, boy.
I look at them and I go, it didn't have to be this way. I am not a child anymore. And I'm casting Fireball, centered on Malloy.
Yes!
First fireball of the campaign!
Yes!
So, is there a way to group target, or...
When you cast it, it'll ask you to place a template, and you will drop that where you are.
Man.
Don't get mad.
Oh man, Foundry's so cool, guys.
Don't get mad that it's working for
Man,
you,
this is
Alex.
really cool, Foundry.
Oh,
wow.
Horse. Ooh, I like
Alright.
that.
A
for all different
shitload of
colors.
damage. You instantly eviscerate the 4 thugs. Malloy is staggering. And he says, "The fuck?" Anything else from you, Cyril?
No, I'm just gonna stare him down with my bonus action and go, yeah, growing up a little bit, haven't I?
It is Malloy's turn. He reaches into his pocket. You see him take just a rip off of his hands, and he kind of straightens out, and he rushes towards you, full tilt, and gets right up next to you, and is going to take a swing at you again with his dagger.
Oh my god, I don't have mage armor on.
And still misses.
Yeah.
He says, "All right, one more time," and again takes another swing, and again misses you.
He's not doing too good.
He is not a fighter, and that is his turn. We are up to you, Enyo.
Okay.
As you look at Woe, she's just kind of standing there. She looks like she's lost in thought.
Just gonna be like, alright, whoa. And then I'm gonna turn to the door and walk out, and so I
Door's
guess...
right here.
Alright, so where are they then? Is there a window over here? Facing them?
There would not be a window over here because, like, if you go to your left is the kitchen itself.
Okay, can I get out the door to where I can see them? Because right now I don't see a map, I just
Yep.
see squares.
Yeah. Just because we had 3 different scenes here around so the
Can you
door
just-
door is right here.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move out and then move to where I can see them, and I'm gonna hug the corner, I guess, of the building, and
Okay.
it's right there. And I'm gonna cast I'm gonna bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on the one that has their hand pointed up towards Sitsu.
Okay. Oh, okay. So instead of doing the ongoing, you cast the spell itself from
Cast
your
the spell
spellbook.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. So anytime you do damage, you'll use the ongoing.
Gotcha. Okay, hold on. Let me pull the actual spell then down and make sure I can compare those two. Okay, so let's try this again. So I'm going to target,
There you go.
cast the regular Hunter's Mark, cast at spell level 1, cast spell.
There you go. You cast the spell, and as you do this, like, you feel that familiar, or now familiar, pull within your body, and you don't know what happens to you because you're not seeing yourself, but you feel this like leash of energy move between you and this woman.
Okay, awesome. And then for my action, I am going to fire my main hand crossbow at her.
Okay. Okay. Now she has acted, so you don't get the
Right, I don't get
crit,
sneak on.
but you do get sneak because
Oh, I do get
in this
sneak, okay.
in this instance, Brioche is an ally.
So gonna do sneak attack.
And then now roll your ongoing for the. There you go. Perfect.
Nice.
Okay.
In this just one shot that you rip off, you feel that flare of that tether between you and her. And anything else? I think that's about all, right?
Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be all I can do right now, and I'm just kind of in a position where like I'm around the corner in the building with partial cover, I would say. But other than that, other than turning my body back towards cover, that's all I probably would do.
All right. Whoa! It is back up to you.
Feeling like my magic isn't working, I'm going to reach down and pull out both my daggers.
Hell yeah!
And I'm going to look at this thing and I'm going to say, ever since all this shit started, my life's gone to crap. And I'm really fucking tired of everybody else making choices for me. And I'm going to take 2 swipes with my daggers, my action, and my bonus action.
Okay. Just make sure one of those you do the offhand one, since that's coded slightly differently.
I'm just picturing Woe like trying to
Sorry, I
separate
froze.
down from her feet, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You take a swing, you feel the dagger connect, and it just, the shadow kind of ripples around.
And my offhand. You know what? I'm going to use my inspiration for that.
All right.
Maybe.
And a second time you hit, and it's just kind of is roiling from these 2 attacks. Anything else, Woe?
No, that'll be it.
You feel those tendrils again circling around you. Make another charisma save.
Oh, I should have saved my inspiration for the save.
Oh!
You don't freaking need it. You see the shadow again morphs. This time it's your father. And as your dad speaks, it doesn't sound like him. It sounds like that voice in your head from the beginning this time. But it speaks clearly enough and says, "Your entire life has been a series of disappointments. You are passionless, aimless, ungrateful, unpleasant in the highest degree. You have brought nothing but ruin to our home. You will never make us proud."
I'm just gonna. Can I flip it off?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm just gonna flip it off. Like, nope, not today.
And the shadow just roils as you do this, and that is the Shadow's turn. It is back to you, Sitsu. You are standing on the windowsill. You are like illuminated by this attack that hit you. What are you doing?
The one that just hit. The one that just got shot by Enyo.
Yeah.
That one with my crossbow, or attempt to. Hey.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
So she gets some sneak attack. And then the other one, which one was it that I whispered at?
The bottom one.
Okay, he gets the Whales of the Grave damage. The like bolt from the crossbow hits the one lady that shot at me, and then there's just this really horrible scream sound that comes out of where it hit her, and it swarms towards his head.
Okay.
It's to have this. That's not a lot, but that's okay.
But it's not insignificant.
And then I will get out of the window and crouch down.
He's going to do a wisdom save to see if he understands what the hell just happened to him. And if he doesn't flee, but he is certainly confused with all the shit that has just happened. And you said
I get out of the window and like crouch under the windowsill.
Like still inside the building?
Inside the building, yes.
Okay, yeah. So you have full cover.
Yeah,
great.
I'm getting out of.
Bo's just in the corner.
Yeah, just over there.
Literally shadow boxing.
Seeing that you are no longer available, the Reapers scan the area, seeing Enyo are at the corner here. The one that you attacked, Enyo, is going to do to you. Actually, she's going to fire off Hold Person.
Okay.
And so you make a wisdom save and succeed as you feel this spell wash over you, but you fight against it. She is going to move away from Brioche and step beside her meat shield here. The goons are up next. They have their crossbows loaded and ready to go. They are going to take some attacks. Maybe? Hold on. What's going on here? Did I not? I fucked something up. My bad.
It's okay.
There we go. Okay. And first one fires off at you. And why is that attacking with disadvantage? It doesn't matter. Both of them would have missed. The second one fires a shot at you with its crossbow and misses. And the final one here, I can fix that. Fires at you and finally hits for maximum damage. But you maintain your concentration on your spell. All right. You, for the records, do still have your roll set to blind rolls, which you can keep if you want, but
Who does?
You do, I believe.
Who's you?
Enyo.
No, I don't have them. They're on public rolls. Why?
Oh, it was not. It was like marked as if they were
Well,
blind
the
rolls.
concentration roll marked it as blind. Like you were only able to see that. I didn't see that for some reason. I don't know why that did that. That was really weird.
Should be all of the rolls that you've been doing lately.
Really?
But anyways, that's the goon's turn. It is back over to Cyril. Cyril, you have Malloy up in your face. What are you doing?
I go to run away again, but I stop, and instead I cast Flaming Sphere. And I move it and slam the Flaming Sphere into him, dealing 2d6 damage, which I've done that wrong.
So go ahead, and this is what that ongoing is going to do.
Okay.
So the spell itself isn't going to do the damage. So did you put that on your hotbar? Perfect. Just make sure you have him targeted.
Does that work? Okay, lift my hotbar.
It is in on your features tab. I will favorite it.
Under features?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Flaming spear, bonus. That?
There we go. Yeah, the sphere crashes into him. He miserably fails his save and takes 6 points of fire damage. And the sphere remains.
Yeah, that would be action and bonus action, so that's all I got.
Alright, it is Malloy's turn. He is going to stay put and take another couple of swings at you with his dagger. And just totally eviscerated by the fireball that you leveled at him. The frost isn't helping, and he just cannot connect with you as he is burning to a crisp. That is his turn, and at the end of his turn, well, he is supposed to take that damage from... So go ahead and roll that ongoing again on him since he hasn't moved.
Okay. That work? 4?
Yes, he does save, so he takes, just a little bit of ongoing damage. That's his turn. Enyo, it's you. What are you doing?
I'm going to step out around the building and fire at the sorcerer, wizard, mage, whoever's been casting magic besides us. And for my main action, I'm just gonna fire my crossbow. Ooh.
And you miss.
Oh. Well, I kind of want to... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and an offhand fire at them as well.
Okay. And
really?
again, they are hiding behind this goon of theirs, so just... You're trying to thread the needle here, and you're just missing.
Just barely. Okay, and then I'm just gonna actually move back behind cover away from them, so back around towards the door.
Okay. Yeah, you are on the other side of the building then.
Out of view. My goal is to be out of view, so they can't fire at me, basically.
Oop, hold on, that's the wrong thing. This would be the edge of the building here.
Right over here? Okay. So I'm back here, out of the way.
Perfect.
So that they can't direct... I'm not in anybody's direct line of sight for them to fire on me again.
Correct. And it is back to Woe.
I'm gonna look at the shadow and I'm gonna go, "You're not my dad!" and take two more swipes with my daggers. Hopefully.
Again, you connect for maximum damage. And finally have a poor roll. But you're continuing to just chip away at this shadow creature in front of you. Anything else from you?
That'll be it.
It is the shadow's turn. The tendrils again. They're like worming their way into your ears. Make a charisma save.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's still not that bad, no. You see the shadow shifts, and it takes the form of Lyle. And his eyes are downcast, and he shakes his head. And it's his voice ringing true. And he says, "Whoa, you're a destroyer, defiler, a murderer. Everything and everyone you touch is spoiled. My life is infinitely worse for having known you. I will never trust you. I will never love you. How could I? How could anyone?"
Oh, She go cry.
Whoa, cries.
Yeah.
And you take
Oof.
a little bit of psychic damage as this happens.
A little heartbreak damage.
A little heartbreak damage. But that is the Shadow's turn. It is back to Sitsu.
That one was a little too close to home.
Right in the feels right there.
Mhm.
Okay, can I am no longer glowing from Guiding Bolt, am I?
No.
Okay, can I bonus action hide and then try to shoot at her?
Since you already have full cover, I'll say you don't even need to do the bonus action yet. Like you're popping up from that, so yeah.
Okay. Pew. Nice!
Oh shit!
Alright, does that mean I crit with sneak? From
Oh,
being hidden?
she's so hella dead. Yes, but you crit, so that'll apply to your Whales from the Grave, if you choose to do that. But you dropped her with the shot.
Yes.
She had 1 HP left.
Nice. I knew he got her low. I was waiting for that.
Yes. So I guess I don't have to roll sneak anymore, but the guy who is still holding on to Brioche gets some more ridiculous screams happening. How do I roll that with a crit? Or does
I'll apply it manually after. Okay, I'm gonna say because of that, I'll allow you to extend the rest of the damage that would have happened to that to this next goon. So that's
the one
another.
standing closest to her. He was
Yes.
like in the line or something.
Oh, sorry. I did the wrong one.
Or wrong. Okay. Whichever, it doesn't
But
matter.
yeah, and just this wave of badassery, taking out 3 people in one go.
The last one standing hears Sitsu's voice whispering in his head and says, "I told you, it concerns me. Now go."
It is his turn. He's going to make a wisdom save with disadvantage at the start here. And he just sprints, turns on his heel, and is running. I'll keep him on map just in case Enyo decides she wants to do anything. But it is back to Cyril. You're muted.
Cyril's gonna slam the flaming spear into him.
Okay.
Nice.
Malloy saves, but he is looking like he is about to topple over. He is on death's door, as you have just singed the shit out of him.
Burn him like
I'm gonna
6 times.
grab him around the throat with both my hands and go, "I looked up to you," in shocking grasp.
Okay. Now, I know what the message that you sent me, but your actions are contradictory to that.
Wow.
Where did you grab him?
The throat, yeah, I grabbed his throat.
Wow.
Cyril, your hands crackle with lightning, and you see just this bolt of lightning rips through his throat, and his head just hangs by a thread, and he slumps dead in your arms.
Okay. Shall we finish out the combat round and then I'll deal with that, as I have killed my childhood mentor?
Yeah, I mean, if you were not trying to kill him, that was the least non-lethal thing you could have done. Yeah, anything else you want to do here, Cyril?
Well, I'd look at the dead body,
So well.
sigh to myself. Well, gotta do what a man's gotta do. I'm gonna pull out the PP dagger, I'm gonna cut off his fingers as well as the other 10 fingers of the dead Reapers, and I'm gonna loot their corpses and get the fuck out of there.
Nice.
Okay, that's going to take you some time. Let's head
yeah.
back to Enyo.
Okay, having seen, like, as around the corner, hearing the bodies falling, because Sitsu's amazing, obviously, I'm gonna step forward and seeing one running, I'm gonna stride
No survivors.
all the way up to here. And
Okay,
I still,
yeah, but at this, because considering he dashed, yeah, that's still definitely within range of your...
yeah, and I
attack.
still have concentration, right? Even though Hunter's Mark was used only on one, because...
Yeah, so you can bonus action move it.
Okay, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna bonus action. Hold on. Let me...
You don't need to recast it. You'll just, if you hit, then you can apply
Okay.
that damage.
I'm just gonna try and end this guy right now. See how this goes.
Oh yeah.
Enyo, go ahead and roll your Hunter's Mark.
And I got a little sneak because his back is to me, right?
You don't even need it. He had 3 health left.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna turn and gesture elegantly behind me towards the door and say, like, after you, to our shopkeeper friend, gesturing her to the other side.
And she is just like, oh, what is... Oh my god, thank you, Enyo. Thank you, Sitsu.
Hello.
It is back to you, Woe, as Lyle stands before you. What do you do?
I'm going to hold my dagger up and my hands like shaking. And I'm gonna be like, you're not him. This isn't what he thinks. I know it. And you know what? I got friends and I'll think of Cyril, I'll think of the PP dagger, think of Enyo, I'll think of Sitsu, and I'll say, and they're already fucked up, so I can't ruin their lives either. And I'll just start slashing.
The best defense.
My friends are already ruined, so I can't fuck that up.
Woe, as you slice in with your dagger, what happens to this shadow as you defeat it?
I like to think that it just like melts to the floor.
It melts to the floor, and you see it kind of resettles back into the shape that it should be. But then as you're looking at it, you see it moves just a little bit independently, just slightly like out of sync. But it's not making any aggressive moves. You have conquered this shadow. You are, again, its master, but something about it still seems changed.
Like, not to look any more crazy, but I'll just to my shadow on the ground. Is he two in the building with me?
I'm upstairs, remember?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
outside.
I'm just
I am in the
building
building.
corner.
Upstairs.
All right. I'll look around and be like, "Oh shit, everybody's gone."
Yeah, you're just by yourself. And so at this point, all of the combat has subsided. Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
We're about half hour overdue, but then we will resolve what you all want to do
Alright.
with all of what has just happened.
We'll be right back, stream.
Bye, everyone.
All right, splatter's empty, drinks full. We are back. You all are standing in the wake of what has just happened. These 3 separate encounters. What is it that we're all doing?
How dead is Malloy? Is he like all dead or mostly dead? Like, is he decapitated?
Roll a medicine check.
Okay.
Dear.
What is the song from Wizard of Oz? She's really, truly very dead.
Yes.
Yep.
Cyril,
Cyril knows exactly.
you see his head hanging by a sliver, but you just immolated 5 people at your whim. You are a powerful man. If anybody could bring him back from the brink, it's you. But if you don't act now, he's gone forever.
Fuck you!
Oh no.
I'm gonna try to heal him with Cure Wounds. You want me to just roll it, or?
Yeah.
I thought he was dead.
I think he is.
I'm
He's
pretty
dead.
sure
He
he's
rolled a
dead.
0.
Cyril, you see lights just pouring from your hands as you try to push his head back, and the wound glows and glows, and because of your quick thinking and your quick acting, you caught him with just the last sliver of life. And since you did privately message me, you wanted to do non-lethal damage. And Malloy is
Alex did. Cyril.
Wow.
he is eyes closed, still unconscious, but you have mended this wound, and he is breathing. It's ragged, but he is alive.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up all the stuff from the Reapers, give him a second to catch his breath, then I'm going to come back to him and try to wake him up for a second.
What fingers are you taking?
Just the pinkies from all the Reapers, naturally checking their pockets for anything, information especially, but also like gold, pocket change, cool weapon.
Okay. These grunts aren't going to have any interesting weapons, but
Probably
go
not.
ahead and roll an investigation to see if you find anything.
You were attacked by
about-
a syndicate, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Syndicate.
You find 2 more doses of frost.
Yeah.
No chrono.
That's really what I'm
sadly.
looking for.
And you find a little bit of gold. You find between them 10 pieces of gold. I'll add that to your
Fuck
total.
yeah. Rolling in it. Then I try to wake up
And
Malloy.
you have 8 pinkies.
Eight
Are you
pinkies.
taking? Wait, are you taking Malloy's?
No. I
Okay.
am searching his pockets and all that. I can't imagine he has anything on him if he's desperate. I'm taking his weapon.
Oh no, he is a man who has been driven to desperate action.
I'm trying to wake him up.
And after a little bit of time, continuing to do your best, he does come to. He snorts. Cyril.
I couldn't kill you. I looked up to you for so long. It's silly, and I sit down beside him. I even fantasized that we would go on some of those amazing comic book adventures that you had. I love to read about it. I wanted that so bad, but I guess our lives went in different directions. I'm not weak like I once was.
I wanted that too, kid. I wanted nothing more than that.
But seeing...
It is just like weeping.
Hey, stop. I tried never to cry, especially in front of you. Just do me that courtesy at least.
Just finish me. I got nothing to live for, Cyril.
Look, I know things are bad, but here, and I give him 10 gold.
They took the shop. I got nothing.
Well, that's not true. Because here's the thing. I owed you 90 gold. Or excuse me, you owed me 90 gold. And now you have 10. So you do have something. And here. And I pull out 100 more gold and I set it down. Like, I'll let you earn it right now. Put your hands down on the pavement. And I pull out the PP dagger.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. Okay, Cyril.
He sticks his hands out, just eyes closed, resigned
and
to
I
his
take
fate.
his pinkies.
I think we've influenced Cyril a little too much here. Whoa,
And he
screams out as you do, but kind of like biting his shoulder, and just has these bloody stumps for pinkies. You now have 10 pinkies in your inventory.
Wait, is the fireball still there? I was gonna say if
No,
there's
no,
any
it's
ash
dispelled.
or
Autorize it.
I was gonna say you could cauterize it with whatever's like still kind of burning around.
And he again passes out.
I just pat him on his passed out chest and I go, just remember, buddy, you always have 800 gold credit with me. And I get up and I walk back to the bakery.
Leave 100 gold next to an unconscious body in the middle of the
I'll
street.
stuff it in his shirt or something like that. I mean,
Wait,
I'm
you
not
actually are
massive.
giving him golds?
Yeah.
You're not just like calling his debt cleared?
No, because he owed me 90, so that
Yeah.
I gave him 10 for one pinky. And then I took another pinky, so the way I see it, I owed him 110 gold. I took 2 fingers.
Why, Shar?
All right, sure.
Hi.
So
Yeah.
Cyril's broke again.
This is a new version of girl math. Hang on.
Yeah, this is a really good version of girl math.
It was 100
So
gold a pinky.
This is
Okay,
death
so
girl
you're
math.
saying each pinky's worth 100 gold.
Or
I
100
see.
Yeah, 100 gold a finger, because
okay.
that's what
Okay,
it was last
that
time
makes sense
for
then.
whatever reason. I can't remember. But
Char's
This is
adorable.
a new version of death girl math that we need to.
yes.
Yeah, we're gonna capitalize
She
on
just
this
gave
from
me
now
an
on.
olive.
Oh.
Cyril, you make your way back toward the bakery. The rest of you who are here, what are you doing?
I go
Sitting
downstairs.
in the corner crying.
Sitsu walks down the stairs to find Woe crying in the middle of the room for no reason.
Gobblefunk has reappeared, and he's just kind of... He's not right next to you, Wo, but he's just kind of sitting near you, just quiet.
Inyo's gonna be
Whoa.
bringing the shopkeeper inside, so she's coming back in with her.
Whoa,
Oh yeah, she's clearly shaken by all of this, and will join you.
Whoa, you just feel like a little hand on your shoulder. Hey, what's... The Reapers are gone? Like,
Oh.
what's-
Yeah. What? The Reapers?
Wait. Why are you crying?
I don't know.
We're gonna go talk to Lyle. It's
I
tonight.
just-
It's gonna be...
You ever just have to cry sometimes to feel like okay?
Yeah, okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I think I just need something to eat. It'll go in a kitchen and find something sweet.
Can I, like, while Woe is doing that, can I kind of grab Enyo and can we get the bodies out of the street?
Oh yeah, certainly.
That's fine. I'll go. I'll
Um,
you.
You just bring them into the walk-in.
I would like to, like, destroy them or something. I don't want
Oh, okay.
Oh, can I
evidence.
call
We
a
got an
gobblefunk?
oven.
Can I call a gobblefunk?
Can we put
and be
them
like,
in the oven?
Gobblefunk, I need you to come have a snack.
Gobblefunk gets a little bit, but can we put the rest of them in the oven to
In the
destroy?
furnace, yeah.
The last thing we need are guards finding a bunch of bodies around us.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you need?
Hey, do you want a snack?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could eat.
They're freshly killed.
Wait, you're sad too. Why is Will sad?
Life is sad. Existence is suffering.
Well, yeah, but we're not always sad all the time, and neither is Woe. So why is she sad now?
It's her business.
You know what's going on, though, don't you?
If I give you a fresh body, will you tell me?
No, I want some cheap floozy that can be bought.
Are you sure?
Yeah. And he
I mean-
poofs out of
You can
view.
have it anyway. Oh, goodbye.
I'm gonna help Sitsu and then go back and talk to the shopkeeper and ask her. So, what was that?
Yeah. Why were you
I was just returning home,
Uh-huh.
and they attacked me. They tried to steal my bag, and I said no, unhand me, and I was fighting against it, and I just dropped some serious coin, and I didn't want to lose my spoils.
So they just approached
What?
you on the street. Did they ask?
What?
for
That's what
something?
Reapers do.
What
They didn't ask
did
for
you
anything. They just tried to
buy?
take my bag. What was that, Sitsu?
What did you just buy?
Well, I don't know if you've heard, but there was a bit of a going on over at the Archaeology Guild, and so me being the opportunist, I took a trip to the Agos and got a few trinkets when in the chaos. I paid good money for them, and
What are they?
well, I can show you. And she opens up her bag, and you see 3 things. She has a rusty 2-handled goblet, a small cracked hourglass with no sand, and a heavy brass ring with an empty setting. They might not look like much, but these are artifacts. These are history.
And you
And
got
when
at the Archaeologist Guild shop?
at the outlet store, they put items on up for sale, and I go from time to time. After I spoke with you yesterday or 2 days ago, who knows how long ago. So I figured I ought to go see what they had.
And they've done this to you before.
Oh no, but that's what Reapers do. They're muggers. They're thieves.
Yeah,
they're
but usually they
craven
have,
cowards.
they have a reason these days usually to do stuff. So I'm just wondering why they targeted you specifically.
They also don't usually have, 5 of them and a spellcaster for a basic mugging.
Yeah, especially no offense,
Well, I don't
darling. I mean, how well are you at defending yourself?
Well, I certainly was going to meet a grim fate if it weren't for you. Thank you. I owe you a life debt.
I'm going to message Sitsu. Do those look like things that could be used to be powered with the Arcanexes, like we were theorizing earlier?
Do they look like they would have some sort of arcane property?
They look like old junk, like just about everything else that she had in her shop.
I'm thinking now, I'm theorizing now because we
Yeah.
were thinking about it earlier, like the restoration of old things.
Uh-huh.
Can I examine the
Uh,
tablet?
Yeah, as you're examining these things, the front door opens and Cyril strides in, and everybody roll insight checks.
Oh, hell
Cyril
yeah.
just looks so cool right now.
There's some bad rolls. Here we go.
Hey.
Titsu Enyo, Cyril looks so cocksure right now. Like he is just swaggering.
Hey, Cyril, welcome back.
Hey guys! So I throw 10 fingers on a table, 2 of them burnt, or excuse me, 8 of
We
them
have a
fairly burnt, 2
I'm
of
gonna
them
immediately
pristine.
step in front of the shopkeeper and be like, "That's Cyril."
So I had a weird night, and
I'm gonna start
Oh, wait,
turning
hey,
her
who's
away
this?
from. I'm gonna turn her away from Cyril and back towards her objects. So I really want to talk about these with you.
Well,
Cyril?
looking at the fingers on the table and heavy breathing.
Cyril, is this what you call a date?
yeah.
Pick up one
So
of
believe it or not, the date went really well. She touched my shoulder and my hand, and then a thing
dropped.
happened. 5 people got burned. Well, for like 4. Anyway, doesn't matter. All I gotta say is, it was a good night. Hey, who are you? And I reach out to shake her hand, smelling like burnt hair.
Oh my name is Brioche Rosemont. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, Cyril
Yeah,
never
you too.
met her.
But, you are a fascinating individual.
Why, thank you. I've had a fascinating night.
Have you had your fill of pinkies? Because
Cyril.
I'd rather like to keep mine.
Cyril, put the pinkies away. Go put them in a box or just in a bag. Get them off the
I
table.
left him on the
please.
table. I didn't even think about it.
You also see through the open door comes, flopping in a body of a reaper.
Comes flopping in.
What?
Yep.
It's,
Gobblefunk has it.
And then you see, little nibbles of it disappearing.
It's Gobblefunk.
Oh,
Yeah, that was about to be so
I was like, zombies?
scary.
This is indie.
It's just Gobblefunk.
Hi, so Brioche, what brings you to our part of town?
Okay.
And she relays everything that just happened, and is just gushing about how Enyo and Sitsu saved her.
Brioche, where
Can
did you say you
can I
bought
sense
these?
anything like Arcana on them or whatever? The items she has, or are they just like junk?
You go ahead and roll a check, sure.
Where did you say you bought these again?
Oh, the Agos, the Archaeology Guild outlet store. There was a lot of people there, but no one was doing any shopping. People were just asking questions, and I heard rumors. Apparently, there was a grisly triple homicide.
Yes.
Oh, there was.
That is very true.
Did you hear anything interesting about that?
Well, I heard that it was like a vendetta of sorts. Infighting amongst the archaeologists.
Yes, archaeology is a very rough, brutal field.
Competitive.
apparently.
Competitive ladder.
It really is. It's hard to climb that ladder, apparently.
And no stains in this. It's just old and rusted. All of this, like as you look at it, it just looks like old junk, cracked but Cyril, as you are examining them, as you think back to when you used the Arcanex to just obliterate that stone giant, like it makes sense that if this is old Ankiri technology of sorts, then maybe it too has something that is latent to it. It's not Arcana is not a detect magic.
Sure,
but
hey, are you going to be here for the next 10 minutes? Because I would like to do a thing. And I sit down and start ritual casting detect magic.
Yeah, certainly. I wouldn't mind a bite to eat if that's not imposing.
No, we've got
Yeah,
some
it's a
pork
weird
in the
thing to ask
freezer
around
if you
here.
want any.
Yeah, let me go make you
The oven's a bit occupied right now, but
If you don't mind,
I can make you a cold cut plate. Don't worry.
yeah, maybe like a cold snack would be okay.
Oh, excellent. This has been
okay.
it's been an evening.
The
I'm going
Reapers.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna keep questioning her. Do what you're doing, quick.
Oh, I'm gonna go in the kitchen and make a nice little charcuterie board. But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna snag like a small bag of salt and drop one of the items in my inventory into it, and then
Oh.
go about my day.
You drop an item from your inventory into the bag of salt.
Yeah, it's under my loot. It's the third one on my loot.
Okay.
Oh, secrets.
Oh dear.
And okay, so you put it in a bag of salt. Perfect. I like that.
All right.
Whoa, as you walk past and you see where Gobblefunk is clearly doing his work, make a wisdom save.
No.
And we'll say with advantage.
Oh.
So yeah, you can re-roll that.
Mm.
Yeah, roll it one more time.
You guys, help me! Don't make me crawl on the floor.
Getting
with
real hungry.
Oh, whoa. As much shit as your patron talked, and as the fucking mind games, the control that they tried to exert over you, you can't deny that you are hungry. And you can resist if you want, but for how long?
There's 10 fingers on the table.
If anyone happens to look in the kitchen, like Ro's like slicing some cheese, and at the same time she's just like shoving so much in her mouth that she's like chipmunking.
Oh no.
Just like trying to like, I'm okay.
All right.
It's like the epitome of emotional eating, but
Yeah.
it's because she's trying
I
not
was
to eat.
crying in the corner. Now I'm like shoving cheese. It's okay. Let me make a charcuterie board.
Oh no.
Pressure
Cyril,
combo.
your detect magic fires off, and as you have these like items that are kind of like set out on the table, there is just the faintest little sliver of magic to each of them. The goblet has like the thinnest trace of evocation, the hourglass divination, and the ring is again evocation.
Cool. How much you want for all this junk? I'm a collector of junk.
Well, I spent 50 gold on each of them, but
I'd give you one of them, whichever you'd prefer for saving me.
Oh. Probably be good to get it off you if that's what they were after, too.
You don't think?
I mean, it.
Yeah,
it
they were
seems
probably after
excessive.
the artifacts and stuff. I would totally give them up to somebody more
There
responsible
were-
like us for your own protection.
There were so many of them. It's very unlike them to.
Yeah, dozens of them. Zero
It's
has no
very
idea what you
unlike
guys are
them
talking
to
about.
be mugging in this district, too.
Especially to have
everybody-
a caster.
Someone roll persuasion with advantage, since you're all joining in on this.
Can I roll it?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was about to do advantage. I just
Okay.
messed up.
Advantage.
Oh, sorry, I didn't roll it with advantage.
How do I? Is it? What do we do with advantage?
It's
Control?
alts. Hold
20's good.
alts when you
20's
roll it.
good. We'll take 20.
There we
No,
go.
What, Ruby?
I'm
we
sorry.
already-
I'm just practicing that it's alt. I know controls crit, and I'm trying to make sure I know. Gotta put
Controls
it in
disadvantage, yeah.
Test roll. Test roll.
She says, well, I did spend a lot of money, and if I could recoup some of that, I would be grateful, but...
Cyril
I
hands
could-
her a charred pinking. The going rate is 100 gold from what I hear.
Oh God.
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh.
Could you give me
Really?
half of what I paid for the other two?
You did.
Yeah.
You spent quite a bit of money.
I
Only
did.
50 gold. That's only 50 gold.
Yeah, I will hand
What's our
her.
party look?
I will
Party,
hand
it's like
her
300.
50 gold.
Party poop look like?
Sitsu just hands her 50 gold.
Yeah, your party loot is 60 right now.
I thought we were more than that because didn't Sitsu get the bag of like 400 or
She's
300?
embezzling!
Yeah.
Did you
Sitsu
add that
has
to the
it.
party loot then?
Sitsu has it.
Okay, I was gonna
Yeah.
say I didn't know if you'd added it.
I
to the party
didn't.
later.
I didn't because I keep forgetting how to get to the party loot, so it's just in Sitsu's possession right now.
Oh, okay.
Top corner, it says party inventory. Or is there not a party loot?
I give her 50 gold and
All in
take
there.
the 3 items off of the table.
Okay. You have these 3 things, which in their current state are lovely little tchotchkes.
Unfortunately, Madame Rosemont, we do need to leave.
And by that we mean you need to leave, because this is our bakery.
Well,
Huh.
also
I
leaving
look at
just-
Cyril.
Yes, of course
We
I.
immediately backtrack.
I'm sorry. You've done so much for me. I wouldn't want to impose. I really should be getting back. I really just want to go to bed.
Real quick though, where is her in location to where we're going for the meeting? Where is
Opposite
her?
direction.
Okay.
He's
okay.
heading. It's still in the square, but in the direction of Riverside.
Okay. I was gonna say
We'd be
'cause we
heading
could
toward-
kind of like walk her there if we needed to, but I wasn't sure what direction we were going actually. So makes sense. Makes sense. Let's go.
Kind of usher her out. All right, Cyril. Which one are you taking? Something
Should we
important out
should
of
we
these.
should we just try one and then see how it does?
Yeah,
Like if
Put
it
an
does the thing.
artichoke stone around it and make sure you say wee wee. That's
Put
what
the
makes it
artichoke
work.
in the ring.
In the ring? You think the ring?
I think that's good.
Yeah, because the ring's missing its setting, and maybe it'll like fit.
The smaller one, not the original one we got from Misty
one of the
Tavern,
ones from the tomb.
but one of the ones
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
tomb.
Yeah,
can-
those are the larger ones. Even the one that you found in Misty's is way bigger than what this ring could house.
Can
Right, but you
Can
know,
I
it's like
just, like-
Sauron's ring. It just goes.
Can I take out the one from the tomb that I have and then pick up the ring and just put it on top?
As soon as you touch this Arcanex to the ring, you see the glass cracks gently, and a little bit of energy kind of arcs out of it, and you see the ring glows bright white, and as the light fades, there's nothing. You just have this cracked glass sphere, totally devoid, like totally like translucent, in your hand, but the ring is transformed. It is let me see how I described it. It is still looks like it's brass, but it is this beautiful, like lustrous metal, and there is this twinkling indigo gemstone in its place, circular, and it has this spiral marking on it.
I pat Sitsu on the back.
Spiral marking? That's exciting.
Yes.
I pat Sitsu on the back, and I just look at Sitsu and go, "Hey, thanks for trusting me."
That is so fucking cool.
That's really neat. We didn't. What orb did we use? How many do we have left?
I'm
You
just
said
staring
two.
at
3
them.
left, right?
So you have 3 of the ones that you recovered from
And then
the chamber, and then the original one from Misty's, which
Okay.
is a little different than the others.
Yeah, that
I'm
one's the OG. I call that the OG orb.
The OG. Who has the OG one? Did you give it back to Enyo?
I think-
No, Woe has it because
Woe
we
is
gave it
holding
to
on to the
Gobblefunk and Woe.
because Gobblefunk
Okay.
is purring like a cat last time we saw it. But now I don't know what he did with it. So what?
And
Who has the
I
other 3?
do.
Okay.
I think I do.
She's got the bag of them, so she used one of those out of the bag. I think.
I'm sorry. What color did you say that stone was now?
It's an indigo stone, but it has this just like this spiral marking on it that seems to like shift, like it's within the stone itself.
Okay. Do we do the other things or?
I don't know. We might like need those later. It's used up. Like it's empty now.
Go for it. Come on. It'll be super cool. We'll see what this stuff does. It'll be awesome. Let's do it. Let's see what they are.
We have to go. We have them.
Yeah, but let's go with the cool stuff.
No, we haven't
Can I wear
actually.
the
An
ring on
hourglass?
the way there and see if it does anything.
Say what?
Let's play with this one first and see what happens with it, and then
Could I
we'll
like
see.
wear it while we're walking and see if I can figure it out?
Yeah. If you spend an hour kind of examining it, you can identify it.
You
Yeah, are we
okay
gonna
with
chill
that?
for an hour and do a short rest? I see.
No,
some
we
people
have
kinda
No, I
need it.
mean
No.
while we're
Whoa.
walking.
While we're
I'm just
walking,
Oh.
we've
gonna-
got to walk
Yeah.
to get to our meeting.
And it's going to be close to an hour to get there.
Yeah.
So,
Can I use arcane recovery?
yeah, if you want to use arcane recovery, you can.
I
I
give
will
the
take you up
ring
on that.
over to Woe.
Hey, well,
Yeah, if anybody wants to take a short rest right now while you're walking over, you can do that.
I will take.
I'd like to take 3 first level spells and use one of those to cast Mage Armor because I have a feeling it's going to be that kind of night.
3 first level? Okay. You didn't use any. Oh, no, you used 1 for your cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
And disguise self. Okay.
It's a secret. Yeah.
Sorry.
Is walking over? Does that count as a short rest? That hour?
Yeah, I'll give that to you because you're not doing anything like strenuous.
Okay, I rolled the die. Did I need to hit rest, or was that all I needed to do was roll the die?
You roll the dice.
Nope,
and
you're
then
good.
you get rid-
Okay.
If you're gonna recover certain things. If
I,
it-
I
Yeah,
can't,
you just
I
hit the-
can't recover any first levels though on a short rest.
No.
So yeah, I didn't think so.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I
I
just
get-
wanted to try and get my health back up just a little bit.
Woe has
Perfectly
the
fair.
ring.
And well, you have the OG, right?
yeah.
Okay. Let me know when I can get that from you. No pressure. I want you to play with it as much as you like.
What if we just like put it in Gobblefunk for safekeeping?
Wait, can you
Cyril.
do that?
I'm sure
Uh,
we could swallow it.
I don't like that
I
idea.
screwed it up a couple times, but
I
fixed
don't know if it would be. a
Cyril,
good idea.
you're good. It's in effect.
I mean, not that I
Um,
don't think it's a good idea. I think it's more of if it's in Gobblefunk and we need it. What do
Just
we?
slice them open?
And I.
Or you squeeze them and let it pop out the other end?
I mean, you'd be okay with me doing that?
I'm gonna take bets on which end it comes out of.
And my whispers of the dead change from perception to deception.
Yes, you can. So you still are proficient in perception.
But now I'm also proficient in.
Now you are proficient in deception. And I've been tracking that in your journal tab. Just because I know I would probably forget.
Okay.
And so, what is this? This individual, this soul that comes through the veil.
A figure who looks not unlike Mr. Lemon and Mr. Orange, kind of. You know, like a kind of like shady looking, like
Shitty fruits, man.
I was gonna
This is a
say. I was
shyster.
gonna say
A
shady
shyster,
looking
yeah.
gentleman.
Shitty fruit, man.
Screw you guys. I'm
kind
shitty
of
fruit
like
man.
wanders over and like like hands Sitsu an orange, essentially. Like
Can we
that's
see
what
this?
that is doing.
No.
There's nothing, visible with this. It's just kind of Sitsu almost doing like Tai Chi.
You see her like she's sitting there. You see her like basically peeling an invisible orange.
I worry, but
she's
I'm
on the drugs now.
because it seems like the drugs have transferred to Sitsu. Okay, so I'm cleaning up my manuscript. We're getting our stuff together. Are we all ready to go?
Yeah, we're walking.
Yeah, we're
Right.
walking.
Okay.
Cyril, you now that you've taken this short rest, you've been up for several hours at this point, and you don't know if it's the foods that you ate, but you're sweating again.
Oh, no.
And Cyril, make a wisdom check here.
Speaking of drugs,
All right.
Spicy food. Gotta be the spicy food.
Yeah, you're feeling just under the weather.
Wow.
Oof.
Right.
As we're walking. Okay, you guys. We have to meet with another member of my family, and I need you guys to be chill about it.
We're cool. Yeah, why wouldn't it be cool? We're fine. I just had a spicy dinner.
no,
Great
I'm
date,
always
great date.
level-headed.
I thought you were being pretty normal, but now I'm worried, Cyril. No, I just they can possibly get us into the keep, but I don't know what that's gonna look like, and I don't know how they're gonna react to all of you. But they seem okay with it for now.
Are they open-minded individuals, or are they gonna dislike us for things that we can't control?
Oh boy, that's a tough question. I think Rashid will be fine. And Khalil seemed okay with the idea.
They're not closed-minded religious people, are they?
They are religious.
But they're open to other gods. They're not like.
Well, I mean, they don't care. They don't care who you worship. They might be upset if you are part of the Sisters of Dorelian, but that's because they're trying to kill us right now. But
That's the one you pooped on, right?
Did we do that?
Did I?
I can't remember if we
Yeah, I
actually
think
got
Pretty
that
sure
account.
she
on that
made an
statue.
earthy
Oh,
offering.
yeah, the earthy offering. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah,
That
right.
makes sense then.
I was just
They're
trying
a
to-
little pushy.
That
That makes sense. They're a little pushy.
So yeah, just try not to ask too many questions, because you guys even coming with me is a huge deal. And
So, just to
Sitsu,
clarify,
you
this
hanging
is-
out with us is a huge deal. Thank you.
This
You know, that-
is more sneaking and rather impersonate. What's our deal
here-
going into this? Are we trying to pretend like we belong there, or are we trying just to pretend like we're not there at all?
so I don't know how we're gonna get you guys in, but
Huh?
Oh, you don't have
we-
to worry about me. I just disappear.
I mean, I can get into almost anywhere if I need to, so I'm not that worried.
I could be just like Gobblefunk. You don't see me at all.
we've had a presence in the keep for a while. It's not all that strange for
You
us.
have a present in this keep.
presence.
Presence. There's a person that reports to your
I
organization.
got excited for a second.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're going to meet them, and what do we?
Yes.
Do we just need to let you lead? Is that what we need to focus on? Is you lead the operation, you get the information, and we go from there? Like, how do we want to run this?
Is it no one speaks or just Cyril doesn't speak?
You guys, I love
let's-
it when you talk about just me.
Oh, we love you so much, Cyril, and you're so empowering and just, such a presence.
Yeah, and is it like
Sometimes-
both hot out here and freezing at the same time? Like, how is that possible?
Sometimes you're just too intimidating, Cyril. When
I
you
don't
speak
know
to
about
people.
the hot and cold.
Whoa, thank you. I had a hell of a night. I mean, my mentor was like, and I was like, "Grah!" And then like 5 people exploded. Well, 4.
Is that
but
where you got the
Yeah,
pinky?
you would have been so proud of me.
Okay.
I'm sure. I bet it was great.
I mean, you've already proven yourself.
No,
to
and
be
this girl
impressive.
was just like, she was fawning over me. She was just like, she
yeah.
wanted my fireball.
Oh, so did you get
Uh-huh.
laid? No. You
So
just killed
this
people
is-
instead?
I'm a gentleman.
Guys, this
Oh.
is what
This
I'm
is the kind
talking
of thing
about.
that
Yeah.
they-
This is
Okay.
what I'm talking about.
Well, we
I
asked
know
if you wanted
why.
it to be quiet, so
So
fair.
that's a no one speak answer.
got it. Yeah.
Just at least at the beginning, kind of read the room, I
Mm.
guess.
We're not
I am
doing this
great
like
at that, Tsutsu.
the Reaper situation, right? I mean, I'm just saying, like, none of that stuff, right?
Yeah, what happened with that? You guys
Which
said there were
one?
some Reapers? Did you guys kill some Reapers tonight too?
Yeah.
We did.
How many did you guys kill?
It's
5.
5.
Wait,
You guys killed 5, so
You killed
like one
Syndicate.
Cyril's worth. Wow.
Alex, you
Good
killed,
job, guys.
You killed
Roll,
Syndicate, I thought.
roll a deception check saying you killed 5.
Lord.
I want to see if he's lying or not.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. I was crying in a corner.
I'm not really worried right now. I
Well,
trust
Cyril,
my
how many
word.
did you say you killed?
Okay, so it was 4 actual Reapers, and like I totally could have killed this other guy who was like,
Hold on.
a
Wait.
Reaper on drugs.
Was it Syndicate or Reapers? I thought Syndicate was who you were fighting, is what Nick had originally said. I mean, are you going to tell us it's Reapers, though, that you were fighting?
Yeah, Cyril, you would have recognized it was definitely Syndicate, not Reapers.
You keep saying Reapers.
Genuinely,
We fought the
oh,
Reapers.
it was Reapers in the restaurant Syndicate afterwards.
Yes.
Okay, that was an Alex mistake.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure. I
okay.
was getting
But you know,
confused.
I'm just saying, okay, so it was actually 4 Syndicate, but let's face it, like 1 Syndicate is 2 Reapers, so I mean, I just got you guys beat by like 3, so, just catch up is all I'm saying.
Well
I don't know how
done.
many pinkies you guys collected tonight, but I got 10.
Well, you had the pinky
Seats-
daggers, so
seats
it's not
you,
like we
I
could have
think.
collected any fingers tonight.
I think
What?
we'll try and.
That's our
keep it quiet.
thing! And we've been over this! You gotta take the pinkies!
You had the dagger with you, and I'm not going to use my daggers to cut off pinkies. They're used for...
Oh, stab it into some
much
guy's
more
gut, but I won't
delicate
take his finger.
Sitsu's just walking a little bit faster to be slightly farther away from you guys.
Cyril is starting to walk slower.
and Inyo is walking slower with him as they're starting to, like, argue
I'll
about when to take
Pick
pinky
up
fingers.
to match Sitsu because I'm like, all right, I'm listening, I'm being good girl.
Just
I'm trying now.
ever so slightly, like Sitsu keeps like kind of wiping her hands on her robe, like she's clearly
Cyril is doing the same thing.
Okay, all right.
Do you
Serious,
want a
serious
drink?
time. Serious time.
Serious time.
I have a flask of tequila.
I got a little bit of whiskey
Actually, yeah.
left.
Okay,
And Sitsu takes a little bit of the flask.
Anyone else need a
handle
bump? Need a bump? You good?
No,
I'm fine. Thank you.
By this point, Sitsu, in leading the way, you are now, very close to the Southside house. You have worked your way into Southside itself. The sun has set long ago, and Southside is by far the most economically disadvantaged neighborhood in the city. There are very few permanent looking structures. The ones that are more substantial are like houses of worship, as a lot of them congregate in this area, but there are lean-tos and canvas tents and corrugated little shacks that are slapped together. There are people huddled around burning trash cans, and it is just it is the place where you can easily blend in or easily stand out depending on how you proceed.
trying really hard to blend in.
Hey, I can blend in.
We're
I
blending.
love Southside. Southside's my
Um,
kicking ground, yo.
kind of like cowl up, veil back across her face, sticking very close to the shadows of the buildings and stuff, looking for Rashid.
Woe's waving at people she knows.
Do I see
Yeah,
any,
well, just
do I see
I
any
know a
of
lot
the,
of these people. I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask if I saw any of the FAT probably running around because they're probably around here. Some of them.
oh yeah, you know that while headquartered largely in Riverside, there are plenty of them that call Southside home. You don't see either lemon or orange, but one of the
Right.
many rugrats that are
The grapes.
part of their charge. Yeah, certainly.
Hold on. I'm going to meander over to the little rugrat. Doing a quick check-in.
You see a familiar face. This is Mora, and she has one front tooth. It looks like she has just recently lost the other,
Aww.
and she maybe 6-7 years old.
Mhm.
And she says, "Clem, what are you doing here?
Hi, Mora. I'm,
Do you have anything to eat?
you
I'm
know,
starving.
You know I've always got a little bit of rations.
Gimme.
And she's gonna pull out some slightly stale bread because, she kind of nicked some from the bakery. And some of just her basic rations that she has. And she's gonna hand half of it and say, "Can you tell me how things have been over here?"
Well, it's not great.
Hmm.
I miss
Any-
my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. They ran away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where'd they run to, though?
I don't know.
I talked to
But-
Lemon recently.
Yeah, he said that they went on a vacation.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
do you see where, when did you last see them, though? And I'm still feeding her, like, slowly little bits of pieces. I'm, like, on the ground next to her, just, like, having a conversation with her.
I think it was 3 days ago. I saw Persica and I saw Comethus.
Where did you see them last?
Well, we were playing.
As you all do, quite well.
Yes. Well, we were playing over by the fountain. Because it's really fun there.
Mhm.
Sometimes people throw in coins.
Yeah.
And we go in there and we get the coins. And then we go buy stuff and we have fun.
Nice. But
It's okay.
after-
We don't mind getting wet.
Well, that's good. It's always fun to splash around in the water, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we do at Fat. We splash around.
So
Fat. We're so fat.
Orange loves it when you say that.
I know.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It is. So after you guys had splashed and gotten some coins, did y'all separate to get some stuff and then you didn't see them
Yeah.
the next day?
No.
They didn't come back out to
No.
the fountain to play?
No. I don't know where they went.
They didn't.
But I guess they went on vacation.
Yeah, Lemon mentioned that. I was just wondering if you'd known which direction. He wasn't very clear, and I was gonna go see if I could check in on them on vacation.
I don't know.
Okay.
What?
Well, here's the rest of the food. Do you want a coin?
Yes?
Mm-hmm. When you are able, can you let Fat know that I'm over here?
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna materialize with sleight of hand from behind her ear a silver coin.
Woo! And she reaches for it, but you're rather tall.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kneel back down and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna let her grab it, but I'm gonna hold it and say, I need you to be careful though. And as I'm over here, if you see anything weird or anything that scares you, I want you to come find me, okay?
Okay.
Alright, here you go. Go have fun.
Sucker! And she runs away.
And they always, I honestly, every grape yells sucker at Inyo anytime she gives them something, so she doesn't even ignore it. She's like, whatever. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go back over to the others and see what they're up to.
Okay. Whoa, you've had enough time to check out this ring. I've popped it into your inventory. You're welcome to read that at your leisure. Sitsu, in walking ahead as you approach the south side house, there is a gated enclosure to the side of it, just a vacant lot that has kind of become a makeshift park. You know, there are some hardscrabble looking benches that people have set up. There are additional tents that are set up here. But as you approach, you hear in your head a familiar voice coming from beyond the fence, and it is Rashith. She says, "Well, it's about time."
We were delayed by some unruly reapers. But we're here. These three, and Sitsu kind of casually points to them, are my friends.
And she hasn't looked at you yet. You know, she's just on the other side, sitting, acting nonchalant, just talking with you silently.
Leaning on the fence. It's just sort of, it looks like Sitsu's just kind of like with her hand in there, doing nothing.
Well, you ready to talk?
Yeah. Mazar Khalil said that she informed you of our goal.
Yes. So.
I have a feeling it's going to be more complicated than I want.
Let me just shoot straight with you, Sitsu. What you want is no mean feat. It is only through very careful planning and orchestration that we even have the presence that we do in the keep. And my position is so low that I can't just like usher you in. Even if I wanted to, it's not that simple.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be easy.
So let me just give you the layout here. So the keep itself is like built into this alcove surrounded by walls, like the city walls, and to even get into the gardens outside of the keep, like that's a checkpoint in itself, and that the whole grounds is covered with a magic suppression field. So any attempt to enter just straight through is any subterfuge is going to fail.
This field is news. That's good to know. What?
They have elevated their wards.
What?
But beyond that, once you get to the front doors, beyond them is a very powerful zone of veracity. The agents of Amanul are nothing if not persistent in their pursuit of the truth. And so you're going to have to pass a identity authentication, and if you just say, "Hi, I'm Sitsu, and I'm here to speak to a prisoner," that's not going to go very well.
So what is it that you say?
Oh, well, I work for the keep. That's my official job. I am in administration.
What exactly do you say to get through?
I say my name is Rashith. I'm reporting for work. Because it's true. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're trying to just waltz through the front doors, you're going to have a hell of a time.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's true. I have heard over the years rumors that there is a safeguard that the Heptarchs put in as a way of quickly escaping from the keep in the event of an attack. Allegedly, there is a way to enter through the sewers. I've never seen it, but it could exist. That would at least bypass the fields and the authentication and get you into the courtyard. But even if you do that, Sitsu, even if you do that, it's built. It's an octagon, and there's really nothing in the courtyard. There's food vendors. There's a fountain. That's about it, except for the everything else in the keep is protected with pass walls, and each one is you have to have a certain clearance. Like I wear this. Well, she points to her wrist, but there's nothing there. She's okay. Well, I leave it there when I clock out. But everybody, they have these. We wear these bracers that are issued to us. It's so I can only access certain places, and internal affairs is not one of them.
Can you access where Arliss is being kept?
No, that's literally only the Heptarchs and the agents of Amenul have access. But you know what they look like, right? The agents?
I assume Sitsu would. Yes.
We
saw some of them, didn't we?
So, Sitsu, you were not in prison or in the Knights Hall when the others when our campaign began. The three of you were interrogated by one of those. They were dressed in white robes covered in red spiraling flowers. Very beautiful, but almost cruelly so.
Right.
And Sitsu, I would imagine that in your time training with Le Chauffin that you would have at least seen them, even though their business is not to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can manage to get inside, you're either going to need to somehow create some intense magical interference on the pass wall or acquire their authentication.
I mean, I might know something about some magical interference that could happen. Can you get me a basic layout? A map, a diagram of what the keep looks like inside?
Yeah, I mean, I can sketch it for you. And she just rummages through her equipment and she begins drawing quickly.
Sitsu actually starts wandering over towards her now instead of just standing far away.
And let's see if any of this is even going to show up.
It's a little blurry. Yeah, there it is.
Hey.
She says, okay, so you enter here if you go through the front doors. This is the authentication zone where they're going to, good luck trying to tell a lie. If you get through here, you're into the courtyard. Here's the fountain, and then here are the pass walls. Now, straight across from the entrance, that's where the Heptarchy does their business. I've never been in there. If you go immediately, if you're facing it to the right, that is internal affairs. The others, moving clockwise, then you have the barracks, you have the archives, all the way on the other side, you have the staff quarters, administrative, this is where I work, and finally you have the treasury.
So this treasury.
Which one was, sorry. Heptarchy Eternal Affairs Barracks, and that other side, which one was staff quarters?
Staff quarters is over here.
Closest to the door, the main entrance, right? To the
Yes.
the right or left side of the main entrance.
Yeah, when you enter, it's be on the left.
Dead to the left.
She says, so if you're looking to speak with Arliss, which it sounds like that's the case, then Internal Affairs is where you need to go. But I don't know what's beyond there. But I can tell you this, I mean, the keep was built and designed by Erasmus Gray. He was a conjurer of sorts, or a sorcerer. I don't know the exact details, but I'm sure that it's not going to be just as simple as walking through a door.
Daryl, have you ever heard of that person before?
Roll a history
Your
check
kind
here,
of-
Cyril.
Seems like your kind of thing.
Plus.
You've heard the name. You know that the Gray Academy in the Society of Librarians was named after him. It's where any enterprising, aspiring magician studies if they can afford it. And Cyril, you certainly could not have.
Yeah, Erasmus Gray, he built a school for a bunch of pretentious yuppies who just got way more money than sense. I mean, it'd be cool to go there and all that, but I'm not rich. I don't need that shit. So, street smarts wins.
Do you know anything of where they are keeping a prisoner called Lyle?
If he's being held at the keep, then he would be in the same place as Arliss.
Internal Affairs?
Internal Affairs. That's what they call it. But let's just call it what it is. It's a dungeon.
Okay. I mean, the
So
dungeon.
this treasury,
Yes.
No, Cyril.
what do they keep in there?
I would imagine gold and items of value.
I mean, it's probably pretty well guarded, but like... what's
Everything
on
is well
inside?
guarded.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, what's one more, right? Am I right, guys? What do you think? Is it individually locked? Do we need special stuff? Or, after we grab Lyle, could we go for another treasure? Or 6? One for each of us.
No.
If you're feeling bold,
Always.
We could all just each go to different places.
Split the party in the dungeon!
Nick's worst nightmare.
oh no, that's just a good way to get a TPK.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. TPK.
Oh boy. Okay.
So I've been listening to the conversation, obviously. Do I see Mora anywhere playing with the coin that I just gave her?
She's run off, and you're not sure what she's doing.
Any other kids or anything around that I might know, or any adults or teenagers that I might recognize?
Yeah, roll a d20. We'll say 10 or better, and you do.
Oh, poo.
It's dark out. You can barely see.
Yeah.
It's not well illuminated. You really only saw her because she basically ran right into you.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You work in administration, you said, right?
I'm a glorified, just desk worker. It's pretty mundane.
Please don't tell me about it.
Oh, I don't want to. It is, I guess, important, but really it's just access to keeping a finger on the pulse in the keep.
Like a pinky finger?
Sure.
What is there anything interesting in any good rumors about the keep?
I mean, the fact that it is basically in full-on lockdown is unprecedented.
That's
When-
not common.
Wait,
When did that start? That started when Arliss was brought in, right?
Thereabout, yeah.
Hmm.
is there a
Came
way to get it
from the
off
Heptarchs.
lockdown?
What if they're locked down because something got out?
I know she's mentioned administration. Does she have any clue about the underlying sewer lines or tunnels that run underneath the keep? As I know she mentioned, like, it's walled off. Does she know anything that runs in or out in the area?
You like directly under the keep? No, but like you certainly could know how to access the sewers from here. But if you were trying to get as close to the keep as possible, you would probably enter in clear view.
Or I would have to.
In fact, you're not even sure if the sewers go
if they run under
like
it.
run underneath.
Yeah,
the,
that's what
the
I was
keep.
trying to confirm, is if they would run
Yeah.
under it, or if there was any tunnel. Because I mean, they've got to have some way to get out fluids.
Yeah, and that's what she's indicated, that there's some secrets, or at least rumored.
Would anybody that Inya would know in FAT, or any kids that run around in that area? Is there anybody that she can think of off the top of her head as she thinks about the keep that would know any of those little secrets, their undergrounds, around that particular area?
I would say like this is a secret that is like guarded by like very tightly by the Grey Keep. So if it even does exist, and you know, Enyo, that the sewers are dangerous. They are.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a
Like
monster
people
out
only
there.
go there if they're desperate.
Well, there's not a lot of easy ways to get in, so desperation.
What if we
puts
took
us
like
on
a
there.
whole bag of children, released them, and told them to find the way, and we just go back whichever way of the kid that finds
Enya's
it?
gonna grab Cyril by the shirt and says, "No, we will not
Okay,
be using children for any."
Okay,
of
okay,
this."
hear me out. What if we
No.
give them some chrono
No,
prior
and
to? They'll
she
be super
slaps
fast
a hand
about
over
it.
Cyril's mouth and says, "No, kids
This-
will be used." And
this
she
might
pushes
be
him
an
away
odd-
from her because she doesn't want to hear him say that again.
This might be an odd question, but how do they dispose of bodies from inside the keep?
Dispose of bodies.
Yeah, like if someone dies in the keep, in like the holding cells, or
I imagine Le Chauffin would know about deaths in the keep.
If people are dying in internal affairs, then I think I wish I
like
could
it's
give you
not,
more information,
it's
but
not a common place for people to die in there, is what you're saying.
Not like a French
or
dungeon.
if it is, then they're
They
doing
don't leave.
something to hide it. The only people that ever go in and out, beyond if people are, brought in by the agents, is the agents.
Okay.
Heptarchs don't go in?
They technically can, but I've never seen anyone enter. Heptarchs can go anywhere they like.
Interesting that they don't.
We got sneak in, go in loud,
Okay.
or go in the back door.
Basically, yes. Either we can get through a very strong zone of truth, some anti-magic fields, and do something to mess with this wall they've put up. Or we find this mysterious rumored sewer entrance.
And I'll be honest with you, Sitsu. I don't like either option for you. Both would incur tremendous risk.
Yeah.
One is known, the other is
Unknown.
unknown.
I don't know. I'm a fan of.
Would it be bad to
Yeah,
say that
let's
Enya
do
was
it.
actually leaning towards the sewers more than trying to
That's
get
what I
through
was
the
thinking
keep?
before we even had this conversation.
I know. I was thinking the sewers would be the best bet.
I think alone I could maybe get through the front, but I don't think all of us can. And I think we
No.
need all of us.
I think
That's true.
the anti-magic will be a very, very large hindrance for us to try.
Zero likes that
Either
less than he
work
likes
our
the
way
sewers.
Yeah. I mean, The only downside is we don't know if we were to enter slightly outside of the area, if we could find a direct route to start the path under the keep, because even though they're all connected, being able to navigate down there is very hard.
What about you guys? I had a crazy day tonight. I'm feeling dirty. Let's go exploring.
I mean, I'm down to explore. It's just going to be a lot.
I don't think tonight is a good idea. I have an idea of how we could maybe get a little bit more information, but regardless, thank you, sister. You've helped a lot. It may not sound like it, but you have.
I will be thinking of you.
Well, hopefully you don't get to see how they take bodies out of the keep.
I hope that I don't hear about you and I don't see you.
Thank you. Come on, information's a crutch. Where's your guys' sense of adventure? Let's just go for it.
Kizu gives her a quick kiss on the cheek and then walks back to the group and says, "Okay, we should get going." But not to the keep tonight.
So we're thinking
We'll take a quick combat cuddle, buy some extra large, long boots that go all the way up to our navels, and just go for it.
combat cuddle.
I mean, what other information do you think we should learn, Tsitsu? Because, I mean, obviously we're still going in pretty blind.
I mean, I think that a city this big and this old, there are records of sewers, and while they won't have necessarily the ones we want, they would have a starting point, and they might...
We could do some digging on the architect.
Yeah, we can look up Erasmus, we can look up just city records.
Where are we
Go
going to look
for
up
it. Imagine how good of an story it would make for us.
Where would we find the records? I mean, where are we going to gain access to such information?
A library, possibly the Carpenters Guild.
Is there any kind of like records facility?
I mean, the only thing I
That
can
would-
think of is...
That would be the Grey Keep.
So,
No.
any information on the Grey Keep itself, yeah, is going to be in the archives
not-
of the Grey Keep.
I'm not trying to get
Hey, new
archives
plan.
of
We
the
break
keep.
into the Grey Keep, we go to the Grey Keep, through the Grey Keep, get the archives so we can get the plans to break in.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm not saying we need the archives of the keep. We need city sewer records.
or
We
city
could find
sewer
an entrance
maps.
near Clearview, but also if they are going to this much effort to keep records of anything to do with the keep off of public books, there would possibly be a gap.
Someone has to do maintenance there.
This, oh, there's, there should be sewers here and there's not kind of thing.
Yeah, we could also talk to somebody in a thieves guild like the Reapers or someone like that and just probably buy a map that they have off of them.
I don't
Cyril,
really
we-
want to work with them.
Really, really strongly need to work on your understanding of trust.
I trust that they would sell it to us.
Would you trust the map?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
God.
Okay. Nick, what else is around here when it comes to like information shops?
Oh, this is
guilds,
like the-
cafes. Yeah.
This is not a place of
This is-
business.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Sorry,
This is the slum.
I'm thinking right outside the slums. Apologies, I forgot where we were for a second.
So if you're trying to get out of the slums, you would head over to Clearview, over to Guild Central, back to the square.
Yeah.
We need to sleep. I say we poke around tonight if we want, but we try and get some sort of information tomorrow in daylight so we can go tomorrow night.
I mean, that's fine.
I guess.
We just have to find the best way to get in. Or the most likelihood of us being able to get in and get through. I mean, the downside is we would have no exit strategy. Even if we go in, there's no way out.
Sure there is. The way we came back in. We'll find
Cyril,
a way
there's
in.
always
then
a
we'll
chance that the way we go in is not going to be available when we're trying to get out.
Okay, then we leave
I
out the front
wonder-
door that keeps designed to keep people out, not in.
This
Right.
zone of truth. Do you have to?
Yeah,
just have
zone
to
of
talk-
truth. You'll never catch me.
Do you just have to talk to, like, you have to talk to the guards when you're going inside the zone of truth? It's not like a. Do they question you when you leave too?
Yeah, like she would have told you that like basically if you're trying to enter, you're going to be asked like who you are and what your business is in the keep.
But leaving, they don't do that.
When you're leaving, she didn't mention anything about.
Just a turnstile. Just... All right, come on, guys. Let's go exploring.
I don't think we should just dive blindly into some sewers tonight.
That'd be awesome. I mean, gross, but awesome. We'll get some galoshes before we go. All right, fine. If you want to get a map, where do we want to go for a map?
I was gonna say, what about the Society of Librarians? Would they have any basic information that we could find?
And that's very close.
Let's head over there real quick.
Is it
All
like a reasonable hour, or is it like midnight?
It's like 10 o'clock at this point.
Okay.
10 or 11 o'clock.
The librarians will still be up.
I have something tonight. So,
You have what?
I have something tonight.
What do you have to do? Well,
Guess we're there.
You what?
Oh, you have to your book with the what's it, the god?
Oh,
what's his
yeah, you have a
name?
date.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's really shitty timing, though.
Well,
Yeah, kind
You could head on your date. We could go to the Librarians Guild, and
Well,
get
I can
information
go
and
with you
meet
to the Librarians Guild for now.
Okay.
Come on, guys. Let's go beat up a
And I got a
librarian.
little bit of time.
Cyril, you love books. Why do you want to beat up a librarian?
Sorry, I'm just hot tonight. It's been a crazy night.
All right, let's make our way over. We're gonna go to the Society of Librarians right now.
Okay.
Man.
You make your way. Sorry.
Date with a
Sure.
girl, quadruple homicide, cutting off fingers, and now a library. This is the perfect night.
Wow.
You make your way towards the society. It is a large building and it is pristine. One of the few in Southside that is. I forgot on the map. Is that where the
It's in
society
Guild
is?
Central.
That's right. It's in Guild Central. So you cross over into the
Yeah,
Guild,
we just crossed
Central.
right over to it. It's on the edge.
but still not far away. And as you approach the front doors, this is like just a very tall cylindrical building, about 6 stories, and the lights outside are on, and you see that even at this hour there are people entering and exiting, and there's nobody like guarding the doors or anything like that. It looks like it is you're free to pass should you choose.
All right, let's go in.
And in the center of this space, it is just this open space chamber with walkways crossing above you, and as you look down, it descends a story into the ground itself, and just this panopticon all around you. You see that there are like spiral staircases that line the sides as well, and there are little like rooms that are built into the sides here with tables, and there's just books lining every vertical space. There is a central round table, a kiosk in the center of this ground floor, connected to where you stand at the front doors by a walkway, and it looks like it could be perhaps like an information space or something along those lines. What do we want to do?
Can we identify anybody that works in this guild hall or in this the librarian guild by walking up to that desk you mentioned, where it seems to be?
Oh yes, certainly. You see an old gentleman. He has a gray beard and thick brows. He is wearing very simple, like, looks like burlap, almost like what his robes are made out of. And as you kind of just gaze around, the space is open view here. You see there are quite a few of these people dressed in these very humble-looking robes. But he is, over at this reception area, and sees you all walk in, but doesn't greet you.
I walk up to him and greet him.
Yeah, you walk across this walkway. There's just empty space on either side. There's no handrails or like that. And if you were to, you look over the edge, you can see, about 15 feet down, there is the bottom of this panopticon. You approach. He doesn't look up from whatever it is he is reading.
So this my point of view is he's very engrossed in what he's reading.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just sneakily but gently reach forward and on the desk, just knock right next to where his book and his hands are?
You just knock?
Just clearing my throat, I just kind of tap next to him, trying not to startle him, but also to let him know that I'm standing in front of him.
Yes, I saw you.
Seeking information on where to find specific knowledge. Would you be able to help me with that?
If you can make your query a bit more articulate, then I suppose I could.
I'm gonna...
Information on knowledge. Gee.
Architectural designs of the city.
Yes, of course.
All layers, lower, upper.
Upper?
Sewers, as well as the streets.
So you're not interested in the walls?
Oh, I would love some more information about that, but I won't beg for that.
If you're looking for architectural, it's third floor.
Third floor?
Yes.
Any specific section, or is that all architectural?
On the eastern wall.
Eastern.
Watch your step.
Thank you. And I'm gonna about pivot. Walk over to Sitsu, say third floor, eastern wall.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Let's...
You okay?
Yes. No, let's go.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Cyril, come on, we're going to third floor.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
We're gonna walk towards, I guess, where the stairs are. Or
Yeah.
are there stairs?
There's just this spiral staircase that winds its way up,
Does
just
it have
hugging the wall.
railings?
No, it does not.
Alright, cool.
Itsu hangs back and goes up to the old man and kind of gently taps the desk again and says, "Excuse me."
I would rather you not tap my desk.
Sorry.
Words are a wonderful magic.
I was wondering if you could tell me where books on the history of the city and the origins of Martyria might be.
You can find historical records. Sounds like general history here on the first floor. And he kind of just points over his shoulder to the far wall.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
Yes.
And then she catches up with them on the stairs.
Okay. And so you make your way up to the third floor. You notice that as the like the stairs continue. There are fewer and fewer people that are up here, but you easily find the spot that he referenced, and you just see there are just this mountain of books and like stacks of papers and scrolls, and to your eye, it doesn't seem like there's much organizational system.
It feels like my book.
My favorite.
What about to my eye?
It feels like my misses. with the
Cracking my
shadows.
knuckles, getting ready for this.
Now, Cyril, you have spent some time here kind of researching on your own. You know that information on the arcane arts is generally higher up, and there is a section that is not like available to the public, that is restricted to members of the society. So you're not maybe as familiar with this section, but you know you have an idea of perhaps the seemingly chaotic organization here.
Cyril has memorized the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah. And so, yeah, everybody, I guess, roll investigation checks. You're trying to find information on the sewers.
Oops.
Okay. Yeah, Sitsu, it's overwhelming, just this wall of bindings and texts, and you know, you're just plucking things that you can reach off the shelves and reading through, but
Not much.
it's not. Yeah, you're very limited. Woe, you are able to find a section that has information specifically on the sewers, but nothing that you're finding is like giving you like a map or any like detailed layouts or anything like that. But Enyo, with your investigation, you find a very thin but old almanac. It looks like it's very ancient, looks like crumbling, but it is looks like it is a promising source of information. So what specifically is it that you're trying to find about the sewers? Just like a map?
Well, originally I was actually thinking, because if they have the engineers' plans or just the breakdown of the layout of the city, I wasn't thinking of a small book. I was thinking of like a big folder binder, or like tubes that have what would be considered maps that show just like winding tunnels in some formation. Or if I couldn't find that, I was thinking of finding a diary, or like you said, an almanac, or a book of some kind that would have almost smaller maps of certain sections of the sewers, with little breakdown details that kind of help guide someone if they were like maybe a maintenance worker, or somebody that's like, helped build it. Something like that is what I've been
meta point of why I asked to go look for sewer maps. The idea here is a direct ripoff from Star Wars of like, there should be something here and there's not. Like the planet map.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So
where
with this,
we know there should be
what
sewer.
you are finding, first you quickly learn in your like skimming through, there's in any of these books there are no maps.
Okay.
And you find in this almanac a note that's all like blueprints or layouts of like city architecture is like strictly guarded, lest it fall into the wrong hands. At least that's like what this historian has indicated as the justification. But what you do find in this almanac, it's old. It's over 400 years old. But you find a map of sewer entrances from the surface. And you notice that every neighborhood has several access points, but there's not a single one in the Grey Keep, or what looks like within several hundred yards of the Grey Keep.
Is there any reference? So, just thinking of like maintenance standpoint of. I guess I'm thinking too close to real life. Like a universal key.
I was gonna say we're diving into Woe's
Um,
real life here.
Yeah.
We're like a universal key, a universal like valve,
A master lock for the
like
sewer.
where the valves are located. So like cut off flows, stuff like that. That could
Emergency
come in
shut off.
handy.
Yeah.
That could come in handy if we're in like a tight situation.
There isn't because it won't. It's my short answer. That's not going to be relevant.
That's not how it works.
Does it advise where the blueprints
They have control valves. You
are
have
guarded?
to flush them.
Like, are they
need
currently
maintenance.
guarded? In
I'm
the
sure they
library?
do, but not in this.
Not in this
fantasy
world. It's fantasy.
It's fantasy sewers.
Is there a pattern to the entrances around the neighborhoods? Is it like, every third block there is one at the north corner or something?
It's not quite that consistent, but it like you like as you look through the neighborhoods, there are dozens and dozens in each neighborhood of access points. But I mean, the city is large, so it makes sense that if there is an issue in any particular area, that they
Kind
can
of like
access.
fire hydrants.
Yeah, sure.
Is the book, as it mentioned, the blueprints, the layout is guarded? Does it mention if it's here that it's guarded, or does it mention that it's like
It doesn't specify.
does it
Just
provide any specification?
yeah.
Okay. Is there any other additional knowledge that I can gain from what little this book shows?
You do find some what seems like important information that the sewers have largely been have fallen into disrepair and have not been maintained in
don't have maintenance.
quite some time.
Woe's dying on the inside right now.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say
Sounds like
to the
an
group
adventure.
while we're thinking about this, you remember the guy with the spider?
Huh?
I was gonna say,
We're
dude,
probably gonna be coming across that type of stuff down there.
I was gonna say, could we talk to those like bounty hunters that were hunting down animals from outside the wall? Maybe they
You
know
mean
something about that.
that guild?
Well, no, when we
I remember that guy.
the Reapers, the guy who had bought a spider off someone who had killed it in the sewers.
Oh
We're
yeah.
probably going to come across.
Think of the
White.
bounties in there.
Didn't they
but
also
there's a bunch
say
of
that
big
the
scary
boars and
stuff.
other creatures running wild in the sewers?
Yeah, can't we sell the dead carcasses
By
to
the
the
way,
one gang?
This is kind of fun, but no. Do we know what like the Underdark was? It almost makes the sewers sound like the
regulators?
Underdark lately. Is what it's coming
That-
across.
The Fallout?
Okay. Just by this
Would it-
information, could I get an idea of the closest entrance, not in
Could we
view
just,
of the
like-
keep?
Take the page with the sewer entrances out and take it with us.
Cool. We're taking this.
Vandalizing a 400-year-old book.
Wow.
You rip out a page, Sitsu?
Or yeah, I mean, is the book small
Here,
enough?
we
to
can
keep
trace
with us?
it.
Or
We can trace
We
it.
can just
Here.
trace
Oh,
it. We've got
okay.
some stuff.
she's just like
Okay.
poised to take the paper and okay, never
Well, I was
mind.
like, please do not hurt a book.
Don't hurt the book,
Meanwhile,
don't hurt the
she's
book.
gonna have a quick mental chat with Gobblefunk. Hey, could you find me something small and pocket sized to take home with us?
Are you having Gobblefunk look for smut for you?
No, I'm just gonna have him.
You want me
Uh-huh.
to steal a book?
Yeah.
Alright.
You're having Gobblefunk steal smut
Well,
out of the
Won't
library.
have to ask me twice.
Be a good piece of literature. It doesn't have to be smart.
Alright.
Okay, I do want to look at another section of the library too.
Okay.
Ooh. Can
Can
we
we slide
oh,
down the stairs?
There's no banister.
Is there one up the center?
What
Is
do
there
you
like
mean, one up the center?
So like it's a spiral staircase. So there's
like
like
a
But it's-
hole in the middle. Or is it
So
tight.
there are just these like crossing walkways that go across, just like zigzagging, but there's no central like column.
We could just jump off of it.
I'm just
Sure.
walk.
I would rather not jump anywhere.
That's
Don't you
kind
have
of
a
a
date, anyways, in like an hour?
Whoa, jumps off the stairs.
Shit. All right.
You begin to fall,
Yes, Feather.
and you gently float down to the bottom.
Damn.
I just wanted to see the reactions of just.
That's
And it was just
Just
gonna
chill
like.
nice.
Is it like one of those like magical staircases where you jump in the middle and you just float all the way down? Cyril takes a few steps back and goes to jumping in.
Nope.
Ah,
I don't have enough spell slots.
Anya doesn't even
And he
stop
walks
staring.
down the
She's
stairs
just.
without being stupid.
Anya's just shaking her head, staring down at Woe,
Smart.
and starts to walk down the stairs.
I want to go look in the history section.
All right, onward to the first floor to the history section. I am assuming.
I'm already down here.
Uh huh.
Like a minute later when I get to the bottom of the stairs. That was excessive. You didn't need to do that.
But it looks fun, didn't it?
And so, Sitsu, what information is it that you're looking for here? I know you said history about like the city.
I want to look at sort of the story of how the city was formed.
Okay.
Possibly, possibly,
For the oldest
mean, I
manuscript
don't
on
think-
record.
war. I like. Is it war? What fucking war was it? Sorry. Yeah. Not the war of Oblivion. What was the between the two the factions?
Between the gods?
Yeah.
Schism.
Thank you.
I have my history in the journal.
I know. I have. I have a
printed
whole
it out.
bunch.
I printed it out and I glued it in.
Old stuff about the schism and then stuff about the formation of the city.
Okay.
Sitsu has a theory that these murders are connected to the city itself, and I am looking for a mention of possibly a pact of some kind being signed about, like, or some sort of agreement about the protection of Martyria. Something about
Okay.
maybe between like the gods and the people of Martyria after the War of Oblivion.
Ooh, so the gods have been distant and, for all intents and purposes, silent since before Martyria existed. They are. You all know that, like, at the end of the schism and this like plane-consuming conflict ended, at least according to the stories, when one of the three factions sacrificed themselves to banish the others from the material plane behind like an unbreakable like magical lock. And it was in that absence that mortals wreaked havoc on the material plane and built and destroyed and warred, and from that came the War of Oblivion, and that there was a city in this place that was destroyed in that fighting, and no one really knows exactly how long that lay in ruins when the first refugees from this war stumbled upon.
Because all that was left was Irem's statue, right?
Yes, that was like all that was left standing beyond, the ruins of Ankir and other ruins that were just gradually, built on top of, or just renovated into the city now, thousands of years later as it is. And out of fear of being obliviated again, that's when the walls came to be. You do find in your in this research that the walls in their current form are about 500 years old. Prior to that, they were more like what is surrounding the farmland outside of the city with the remaining ruins of Ankir.
But
The-
since they were constructed, people have, with the exception of the Mariners League and recently the Reclaimers, which is a relatively new guild, don't leave.
From what we saw when we were in the site, we could assume that depiction was not of Martyria, but of what existed before Martyria was built in its place.
Seems reasonable, yeah.
Okay. And from that, we would assume that that's where the Arcanexes came from. Was the time before. And that's
Yes.
what we're looking for more information on. About how, assuming that, we probably wouldn't find anything in this library referencing that time because that time was completely wiped off.
Yeah, it is the unknowable past.
Okay.
Okay. Is there?
I would say in terms of like a pact, you do find information on like when the guilds, like the first guilds of the city being established, and just kind of like it was more or less mob rule until the Heptarchy was established as a way of, simplifying and creating a universal system of governance that's kind of appeased all of the various factions. And as you like look through, like some of the guilds have come and gone or changed names, but there are some that have existed, at least by what you're reckoning, since Martyria itself has existed. And so let's see, I forgot what I had written for the first of the guilds. The first 5 guilds were the Wall Builders Brigade, which it no longer exists, the Mariners League, the Hero Academy, the Mercantile Union, and the Archaeology Guild. So 4 of those are still in existence. And then the 5 houses of worship were the Church of Halsa, the Telk Fellowship, the Sisters of Durelian, the Temple of Irem, and the House of Amid.
Would there be information of where the Wall Builders and the Heroes Guild used to be based?
That information exists. How long are we spending in here? Because I would say to find all of this information, you've probably been here for a couple of hours by this point.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
Sitsu.
I gotta dip. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
she can dip. Sitsu's gonna stay here to try and figure that out at least, and then she will go home later and take it and go to sleep. She'll go back to Fire and Flower.
Jiro's gonna go home and read the illusionary book that he has.
Okay.
I was gonna see if there was any books.
Where's home?
I'm assuming the bakery is what he was trying to refer
Fire
to.
and
Fire and
Flower?
flower.
Okay.
But that's not your home!
Yeah. I sent you a message, Nick, on what I was looking for.
Yes, and so I'll tell you this: what you are able to find here in you'll find information that you already know about the first entry there, and the other items you're not finding information. And if there is information on those topics, it's probably not going to be made readily available
Right,
to
no,
the
I
public.
figured they probably wouldn't, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to see, because sometimes people leave things out. After I've done the quick skim of that, I'll probably head back, and depending on how late or how long I want to rest, I might go back to my missives and read some of that, or rest and then get up and read, depending on what we're planning. But yeah. Sleep
Okay.
time. Woo!
Yeah, Sitsu's gonna stay and try and figure out the original guild locations within the city, and then she'll go home.
Okay. And you would be able to piece that together by, it's oral descriptions of where they were writing.
The Temple of Irem is exactly where it has always been. It is at the square. It's where you saw the winged figure that, when the night that Reverie died. The Sisters of Duralian have never had an official congregation points, as like the tenets of their belief is like to build is to defy the will of the Wild Heart. So they are decentralized and
Good.
have been since their inception. The Telk Fellowship, the House of Amanul, and the Church of Halsa are all located here in Southside. As far as the guilds, the Archaeology Guild's originally it's always been out by the ruins, but the first it's gone through a couple of iterations. It's and this is like the third site of it, as it's just been moved to kind of correspond with where the activity is. The Wall Builders Brigade has morphed into the Masons and Carpenters Guild, and it is still in that location that's on the map. The Mariners League used to have a building over in Riverside that was torn down, and now that they have created basically moored this ship that they've turned into a permanent
In basically the same place.
Yeah, roughly the same area.
Okay.
The Hero Academy still exists in its original location, and the Mercantile Union is the square.
Okay. Sitsu will just make her way back to Fire and Flower.
Okay.
After that.
So the three of you have headed off back to Fire and Flower, and whoa, where are you going?
I'm going to the wall for my stupid date.
Okay.
Come on.
Now, where on the wall are you going? Where did you tell Erdan to meet you?
The last time I was on the wall, probably the similar spot.
Okay. As you make your way south, you scurry back up the wall. Are you trying to avoid?
Yeah.
And you see already there with a blanket spread out and a picnic basket is Erdan, and he's just kind of pacing back and forth.
I'm gonna talk to Gobblefunk real quick. Hey.
Yeah.
You mad at me?
No,
Okay.
I just feel bad. I know that you took you took a beating, and I've had my fair share of this.
So, I was gonna eat this dude, but
Shit.
I changed my mind, and now I feel bad.
So you're gonna fuck him?
No,
I mean, you could.
no.
Can I eat him?
So no, see that?
Can Gobblefunk fuck him?
Yeah, it's not really my style. It's not my steez, but if I have to, if that's the condition upon which I then get to eat him, then I suppose.
He has to fuck him and then he gets to nibble him. Lovely.
Dinner and a date.
I mean, yes. Yes.
So I don't know. I want to try and get out of this, but I want to be nice about it.
Oh, okay. So what are we thinking? How do we let him down?
I don't know.
Do you tell him you're married? Tell him you're gay.
Yeah, I mean that could work.
Tell him-
But that feels.
Oh, tell him
weird
you have to leave the
lie
city.
about that.
Oh, tell him he's ugly and you don't like him and he smells bad.
That's not very nice, though.
Tell him he's beneath you, that he's too stupid to be your boyfriend. You want the truth? Tell him the truth.
I love Gobblefunk's
Gobble-
relationship.
Tell him you got a big raging hard-on for Lyle still.
Yeah, I love
I just-
Gobblefuck.
Oh, I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to be nice. And it's really hard.
I mean, you're not asking me to break up with him
Well,
for
I'm
you,
not
are you?
breaking up with him because we're not together. I'm just
I mean,
trying to like not
kind
have to
of
have a
feels
date
like he
with
feels
him,
like
but
that.
not stand him up at the same time.
Okay,
Just
well,
Should I just like poop my pants or something?
but what if he's into that?
Oh no!
He looks like one of those guys.
Oh,
Poor NPC.
Ugh. What if you poop your pants?
I don't wear pants.
What if we put a diaper on you?
I hang dong, baby.
I love Gobblefuck so much. He's the equivalent of he's literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
He's like not a real person. He like doesn't matter.
Oh, man, I don't know, man. Do I just?
Oh, you
sit
just ghost him.
See, that's what I didn't want to do. That's why I came out here because I wanted to be like nice.
What if you tell him everything? What if you tell him the truth? Scare him off.
What if he narcs on me though?
Oh, well, there's that.
He seems like he would take the rejection and then snitch.
Guess we gotta eat him.
Why don't?
Oh, what if we just throw him off the wall? Then you don't have to eat him.
Why don't you just scare him?
Sure.
Has he ever seen Gobblefunk before?
I think so.
You do walk around with him in a papoose on a regular basis.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
but
I
he's
feel like
usually
he's-
in the papoose or invisible. That's because I don't think just a little demon flying through the air is pretty normal.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, it's
know.
not.
I don't know.
We can say no if you'd
Okay.
prefer. Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you just scare the shit out of him?
Alright.
I got an idea. Why don't you say you're my boyfriend?
Oh, all right. I mean, it is believable. I could pull you. I could. Yeah, you should be so lucky.
Nice.
Okay, I mean, oh, I don't know what to do, man. This sucks.
I feel like you just got to be an adult about this.
And just tell him I'm not interested, but I didn't know how to say no in front of other people and get his feelings hurt.
I mean, it sounds pretty reasonable, but it's also kind of a letdown. It's fine. We don't have to hurt him or eat him or scare him or do anything to him. Just break his heart.
Okay.
Clean break.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, I'll walk on over.
Okay.
Good evening.
Oh, whoa. You made it. It's getting to where you're. Well, we said 12:30, right?
Yeah, it's 12:32.
Oh, it was 12:30. About an hour and a half ago.
Oh.
But that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. I'm not worried.
So
I did
sorry
drink a
about
little bit of the wine.
that. That's fine with me.
No, let's just take a
Eat it.
seat.
I'm not gonna sit down.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's stand. Let's like look out on the ruins. It's romantic.
Yeah.
No, it's just nice.
How do I say this nicely? I'm at a space in my life where I don't think any sort of romantic entanglement is a good idea for me. So, is it chill if we could just be friends?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah, totally. I was actually gonna suggest the same thing. You know, just like
Yeah.
so swamped
you
with.
probably have so much going on with work, and
I
it's
do,
just
and-
getting really stressful.
Yeah, I'm glad that we came to this decision mutually.
But if you ever need anything, I have your back.
Yeah. Same to you. Well,
Yep.
see you around, I guess.
You have a very nice personality, though. I'll let you know, Kat.
Oh, thank you. You have cool hair.
Thanks.
Well, I think I'm just gonna go walk over there a little bit. You know,
Yep.
God, it's like the weirdest thing. It's just like
Crying. Is he crying.
there's like dust or something up here, and do you feel that? You feel that dust, right?
Yes, so much dust in the air.
All right.
Yep, I'm gonna take off.
It's just it's really stinging.
Yep. Woe just sprints away.
Gobblefunk's is just like chasing after you as you go. Just, oh God, that was painful.
God, that sucks ass. I'm never gonna try and eat another dude again. It's strangers.
Well.
Strangers from now on.
Okay,
Yeah,
if you say so.
I think that's the way to do it. All right. What?
I mean,
What?
I've seen you do some dark shit. That was top of the list.
That wasn't bad. I was being
Oh.
nice.
You broke him. Dust in his eyes.
In the distance, there's just a shadow of Lyle jumping off the wall. Or not Lyle, sorry. Jumping off the wall.
Yes. God. Okay, let's go catch some sleep.
As you are heading back to the bakery, go ahead and do a perception check.
No, because I'm terrible at perception checks.
You're like working your way through Guild Central, heading toward the square, and you get just like a feeling, and you gaze off to the east, and you see just for a brief second a blur of something dark in the night sky, and as soon as you see it, it's already gone.
Do I have... I feel like I would have an inkling about something in the sky, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh. How quickly is it gone?
Like it just kind of streaks across, maybe like it's a decent way in the distance.
Would I be fast enough to pull out a camera?
Doesn't Sitsu have the camera?
I think Woe took
It's
it
still
from
in my
C2.
inventory.
Yeah, Woe's had it because she was most.
Oh yeah, if it's in your inventory, then yeah.
Selfie.
Go for it.
Taking a picture.
You've taken a picture.
Roll for picture.
It's a blur.
Roll for picture.
No, I mean,
genuinely
you're at
like,
some
what's the
distance.
I
It
just
is
want you guys
at
to know,
night.
I genuinely want to change my camera sound noise from just nothing to woes.
I
Well,
feel
we
like
have
it's like
more.
a Polaroid or something, or like an old-fashioned and
Yeah,
then really film.
it's more.
Yeah,
old
and so-
than that, I'm sorry to say.
Lemon did say that you would need to get it developed,
Uh-huh.
but you've taken a picture.
Cool.
Most of this reel is gonna be like selfies of Woe from Derek.
No,
like,
it's gonna
holding
be
it.
pictures of Gobble
And then
like
just
bent over,
one.
Yeah,
showing his
how many-
blurry the
I
camera.
was gonna say,
How many
spreading his
pictures
cheeks, showing
are-
his little imp butthole.
How many pictures does the
Yeah.
dang thing take before we actually really can't take anymore? That's what I wanted to know.
When it's
I know.
important that we
Oh,
need
no.
another one.
Okay, got it.
And you wait for a little while. You see nothing else. But you do know from your reckoning, it looks like it was Old Town.
The thing was flying in Old Town.
Or towards Old Town.
Alright. Make note that we're probably gonna have to go look around there for new murder. Murder. And
Wait, what
Back
area
to
was it
fire.
leaving though? Hold on, wait.
it was
It's
heading
flying-
towards Old
It
Town.
was heading towards Old Town. What area was it coming from? What direction was it coming from?
So if you're like in Guild Central, you're facing east towards Old Town. It was kind of moving
like across the sky.
in like a more like a southeast direction, like either from the square or from Guild Central,
So not from Asher
or
Heights,
perhaps
not from Asher Heights
Uh,
or Grey Keep.
no, that's too far away. No.
So it was.
Okay.
It, was
It
from
maybe
the
was
square.
even in Old Town and moving deeper into Old Town.
It wasn't in the Riverside area though,
No, that's too far to see.
but it's definitely headed towards Old Town. So either the murder happened somewhere outside of it, but it's might be happening. Okay, sorry. I was just trying to get an idea. Okay.
I'm gonna
Make your
run
way.
back to the group, yeah. And if
Back to the
anyone's up,
bakery.
I'm gonna share that.
Sitsu's awake, like with papers spread out and like try like what she got from the library. She's like trying to piece together.
I think Enya would probably be awake,
Scary.
but she's more focused on her missives and has like a candle on another table and all the blank pieces of paper spread out that you and Sitsu can see, but she knows there's
Reading an
right
empty
Mo
book.
like walks in
I'm
and
reading
she
an
just
empty
looks at
book.
the table and like back at that. Okay.
because it looks
Uh,
funny to you guys.
Gobblefunk says, "Oh shit! Whoa! I totally forgot. This probably maybe would come in handy." And he pulls out from seemingly nowhere a small book, and it's "How to Lose a Guy in 10 Words or Less."
Yeah.
How'd your date go? Well,
Oh,
you're home.
Wonderful.
Really?
I totally demolished him. So
Wait. Is that a good thing? Is this a slang term?
maybe we should like give him a little space for a little bit of while.
Did you guys have a fight?
Nope. They just told him I wasn't interested.
You broke
Then-
up with him on
I-
your first
How,
date?
you can't break up with someone that you're not with.
Will just told him she didn't have any feelings for him and broke his heart in an instant. That's probably what happened. And Enya's not even looking up, but she's circling through the papers.
How is Cyril have a better dating life than you right now?
I have
Has a
no
better
dating life.
than all of you combined.
That's
It's
True.
probably true because I have no dating life. My dating life are these papers right now. It's great.
Yes.
Zero
where's
shoulder
where's
baby.
your life right now, Sitsu?
Isn't the
saving
love
my
of her
family.
I was gonna say, isn't the love of her
No,
life like
in enemy
inside a cult,
like
in enemy
knee
territory?
deep in enemy territory.
Yeah.
You want to get into that right now?
No, I'm just saying, poor Sitsu.
Are we all glass houses throwing stones?
Sarah literally does have the best dating life.
I feel like
out of
we're
all
all
Cyril has the
glass
most
houses
healthiest everything
throwing
right now.
stones.
All he's doing is collecting fingers. That's like the worst thing he's doing. And a
Yeah, I'm
quadruple
wrong.
homicide the other day, but for a good reason.
Oh, hey, Cyril, can you read this? And Enya holds up a blank piece of paper. like,
Oh,
can you
did you see anything?
Cyril's
Yeah.
on drugs. He might see it.
Can you guys
He
not?
does because he's on
Blank sheet of
drugs.
paper.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I totally see exactly what that was. It's and I try reading her face. Yeah,
Cyril?
It is a dog with a flower digging a place to put the flower.
Anya's like slowly collapsing
With
in
a
on
disappointed
herself.
look on his face.
Like the disappointed looks on her face now.
No.
Okay, yeah, you can't read that either.
I think I saw our flying friend
Oh.
Oh.
headed towards Old Town tonight, by the way.
Huh.
On my way back.
We have a flying friend?
We've seen a creature a few times that seems to be
There
flying over
was-
the buildings.
A winged creature watching us when we near the statue of Ira when we discovered
The first.
her cousin's
Sounds
body.
bad.
Yeah.
Reverie, that's his name.
So it wouldn't surprise me if with the morning we find a message somewhere.
Hey, people saw us at the library. We actually have an alibi
We
tonight.
do. And I was with Erdan. So
And
they're
none of us
scared.
went to Old Town, right?
Mm,
Or did you? Was your wall date at the Old Town?
No, my wall date was at the wall.
I mean, there's a wall
Old Town,
everywhere.
does Old Town touch the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything
wall-
touches the wall.
Around the whole
everything
thing
touches the
touches-
wall.
Except the square. Everything but the square touches the
Yeah.
wall.
It wasn't on the Old Town wall.
Wasn't it on the guild wall?
Let me look at the map.
Yeah, you would have been like south or in Guild Central.
Guild Central, yeah, it touches the overlook.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not even close to it.
All right.
Okay, so we have an alibi. They can't say it was us this
Yeah.
time.
They cannot.
Okay, just to clarify, did you really break the boy's heart?
It's like it's not my choice that his heart was broken. That's
No,
his
no, I'm just
own-
saying, like, from your
I
interpretation
am
of
not
his-
responsible for someone
Right.
else's feelings.
No, you're not, but, like, his reaction to you laying out that you're not interested in anything with him like that seemed to be positive,
Well-
negative, I'm gonna crawl into a hole and die.
like upset as anyone is, but like, you know, it's better than
No, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't know, but, you know. sure.
hoping and then not getting any, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Was this
Probably
like
for
a
sure.
revenge date?
What?
Like, well, because I mean, you're clearly still kind of hung up on your ex. Was this like a
Me.
revenge
me.
date?
No, I would never be hung up on anyone.
Yeah, we're not
Did you
planning
even
to
take
break.
time to ask him about the book and the reading that he was doing?
I think she just dumped him.
Yeah.
I didn't. We weren't together. You can't dump someone you're not together. I just said that I'm not interested in being anything more than friends.
Right, so you just laid down your standards of what you want
Yeah.
your working relationship, like acquaintance relationship.
Because
to be
I
with them.
didn't want him to get any ideas that it would be anything more than that.
That's
Gotcha.
rough.
Uh,
Gobblefunk in the room with us.
He has like snuggled up into a papoose.
okay.
Was it as bad as it sounds, Gobblefunk?
Right. Well, on those snores,
It was really bad.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull my stuff together and go to bed. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
some shut-eye, guys. And nobody look at my blank papers because you know they're so interesting to everybody but me.
If you
I
guys
really
want,
kind of
you
want the
can,
bro
you
thing.
can sleep upstairs, but just don't sleep in my parents' bed because that's weird as hell.
It's okay. I'm good with more strategic sleeping
There's
spot.
some like armchairs and stuff up there. Well, it has a good view of the street, and then the back window has good view of the alley too.
Itsu goes back up to the room that had the window she was shooting out of and finds like an armchair or something to sleep in.
Nice.
I think Enyo's gonna find a closet to sleep in. I'm not gonna lie.
I accidentally
Okay.
passed out on the bread the other
Weird.
day. Can I sleep
It's so
there
weird.
again?
Yeah.
The
Would
bread.
that be weird?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
I'll
never
sleep
mind.
in the pantry.
Yes,
That's
you
what I'll do.
can.
I'm gonna sleep
You
in
can
the
sleep
pantry.
next to the warm, glowing oven.
That's full of bodies.
I'm
It's
gonna,
full of bodies.
I'm gonna go sleep in
Are
the
those
pantry.
burned by now, by the way?
Yeah.
They're gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Good.
gonna go sleep in the pantry and cuddle up next to the flower. That's my
Very
decision.
Side note: are those 10 fingers that I had on the table still there?
All 10
Just
of them?
making sure, because Cyril's gonna get at least 2 of them bronzed.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're gonna
Love
get
it.
your mentor's fingers bronzed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's where I thought that was going. I know a good bronzer.
Okay.
I'll lend you that card later.
Well, Cyril's a little sentimental. What can I say?
Strange. I thought I was weird.
Yeah.
And so as each of you settles into your
your rest for the evening, maybe spending a little bit of time poring over books or anything like that, I think now would be a good place to call this session. And we will pick it
Agreed.
up from here next week.
Alrighty then. Everybody say bye, stream.
Bye,
Bye, stream. Thanks for stopping by.
Apita.